Alright then, I think I'm ready. Aloha chirps! What's up everyone? It's Vtuber Nivni Adair. No nifty hat, because I'm going as Maid Nivni. For this, it's been a while since I did a visual novel. But it's gonna be how to melt your maiden's heart. And it's a bit different in the... Yeah, it's gonna be, and if I pronounced it correctly, like, Yaoi. Basically, yeah. Manly love. I think it's appropriate, especially for this month. Anyway, without further ado, I hope you enjoy this visual novel playthrough. And I hope you're having a beautiful and lovely day. Hi, Brad. Brad says... Oh wait, my chat's not appearing. Hold on. Let me correct it. But glad you can make it this visual novel reading. I'm not sure how long I'm going to do it. Fun. Alright, now let me see. Yeah, I should be starting scrolling now. But hi, Brad. Glad you can make it. But yeah, I'm going to be doing this visual novel. How to Melt Maiden's Heart. I haven't actually read it before, so yeah, I'm going blind. Hopefully, we're all gonna enjoy it. Alright, let me adjust my microphone. Alright then. Let's begin. Hey, Chinami. There's a reason I asked to meet me out here. There's, something I want to talk to you about. Oh. My childhood friend, Oguru, Shinami, cocks her head and looks at me curiously. There's a bit of a breeze, which is stirring Shinami's pigtails and the hem of her skirt, so it flutters around her thighs. Trees in the background are swaying, and so are the leafy vegetables planted in the plot outside the greenhouse. The sky, meanwhile, is a soft blue color, all studded with clouds. The weather's pretty nice. Not too hot, or too cold. It's a perfect day for a romantic confession, if I do say so myself. I consider writing like Chinmi a note and leaving her locker, but that seemed a bit old school. Besides, my handwriting's not the best. It's pretty hard to make it out, at least according to my history teacher, Miss Maizumi. She's always getting on my case about that. Love letters might be popping in girly romance stories, but it's not like I need to borrow them. Brad says the female character in this game looks very similar to the character, Griffith, in Berserk. Berserk. That sounds familiar. Isn't that really intense, like manga, an anime? I have to check it out. I'm already on good terms with Chinami, so I asked her straight up if she'd mind meeting outside the greenhouse after school, so I could tell her something. Chinami agreed, and well, here we are. You see, the thing is, man, this is a lot more difficult than I thought it'd be. I thought it'd be pretty plenty difficult. Brad says yes, both is intense. Why is being honest about my feelings so hard? Real, what is it? It's, Damn, it feels like there's a lump in my throat. I can't dislodge it no matter how hard I swallow. I was so worked up I couldn't bring myself to eat lunch today. But I still feel like throwing up. It's ridiculous that a tall, buff guy like me should get so anxious. But I can't help it. Sure, I'm a member of the school's football team. And sure, I'm renowned for how forceful some of my plays can be. I got a red card more than a couple of times. But being good at kicking a ball across the field is gonna be much easier. I'm physically strong, but mentally, that's a different matter. Being turned down by Chinmi will hurt way more than being kicked in the shin, or taking a football to the face. The thought's pretty scary, actually. It's so scary. I'm having a hard time just looking at her. Ridiculous though that sounds. Chinmi isn't a very threatening person. She's about like 5 foot, and she has these puffy pigtails. And her favorite things in the whole wide world are 2 bullfrogs, Mayu and me. She's a nice girl who loves to help people out, and I almost never see her without a smile on her face. I know Chinmi since she was about this tall, and we've been close since we were little kids. We've been friends for like ages, but being friends isn't enough for me. Not anymore. We've been drifting apart for a while now. I'm afraid this will keep on happening if I don't man up and do something. If it wasn't for the fact that we're going to graduate next spring, I would have worked with the courage to fess up. But I'm on a timer here. I can't afford to let this opportunity pass me up. Well, you're being very quiet. Does something bother you? So, I'll do it. I'm gonna tell Chinmi how I feel about her. It's now or never. I take a deep breath, then say that in the steadiest voice I can muster. I just wanted to tell you that I like you. That's why I asked you to meet me out here. I liked you for a really, really long time. It meant a lot to me. Now, that really did a number on me. At least I was able to get the words out. I didn't even stutter, which is a huge plus. All the times I spent practicing that confession in the bathroom mirrors must have paid off. Not that I've been confessing imaginary Chinmis all that much. Of course. I've only done it like 3 or 4, 5. Right, maybe a dozen times. But that's normal, isn't it? I didn't want to risk screwing this moment up. I wanted to make myself look as good as possible. But, Reo, a girl knows that, like, you're honest and you're flustered. That's because, yeah, you want to make sure that, like, the bond between you still can stay the same. But it might improve better. Yeah, don't try to act all, like, cool. Oh yeah, let me pause. What? Brad says, Nini, could you please send your best wishes to your older sister? She just finished her university entrance exams today. Huh? What do you mean my older sister? Sure. What are you talking about, Brad? Please explain. I want to make myself look as good as possible, but... Oh, Reo, that's very sweet. I like you a lot, too. You do? Yes, I do. You're one of the best friends a girl I could ever hope for. You might be a bit rough around the edges, but I know you have a good heart. Deep down, you're a softie. What? No, I just like you as a friend, Chinmi. I like you I like you much more than that. Brad says my translation is incorrect. What did you want me to do, Brad? Oh, Brad says... Please send best wishes to your older sister. She just finished her university entrance exams today. Well, alright then. Hi, Brad's sister. Or older sister. I want to wish you, like, all the best and, yeah, don't stress out. You're doing great. Cheering you on. Especially your brother. How very considerate you, Fred. But yeah, you guys are lucky to have each other. Yeah, knock 'em then. Maidens, Yaoi, where? Marius. Calm down. I mean, I'm excited too, but yeah. Welcome, Marius. But yeah, Fred's older sister, you did awesome. Best wishes. And Brad says, thank you, Nivni. I don't know how much good it's coming from me. I'm a random person, but I'm glad to send best wishes to your older sister. Thank you, Brad. And thank you, Brad's older sister. Helping bring out Brad's better side. Yeah, Maidens, nice to see you. It just started too. So yeah, right now, the main character, Reo, he's confessing his feelings to his childhood friend, Chibi. And right now, she's under the impression that he's saying that, oh, I like you because, we're best buddies. When he's actually trying to tell her that, yeah, I like you as as a couple. Let's see how it gets out of this one. I don't like you as a friend, Chibi. I like you much more than that. In fact, I think I love you. Yeah, you should have loved that, Reo. Oh, and Brad says, thanks, Nivni. You're welcome, Brad. There. Would you mind being my girlfriend? What? looks like that did work. I thought Chibi's finally figured out that I was asking, but is that a good thing? I'm not sure. I'm hoping her reply will be positive, but I didn't know how you felt that way about me. We been friends for so long. I had no idea. It's a bit of a surprise, but gosh, I'm very flattered. But I'm sorry, but I can't accept your feelings. I don't feel the same way about you. Damn, just damn. Let's just be friends, alright? Reo? Just play it cool. These first words hit me like a wrecking ball. Just like that, my road has ended. I gotta get out of here, or I'll start crying. That'd be even more embarrassing. Brad says she was also the one who introduced you to me, so I wanted him to send her a wonderful wish. Brad says, damn. I never knew that, Brad. I feel very special. Maddie says, damn, bro came on a little too strong with that confession. I think she just doesn't want to be, that way. You can't force yourself to love someone. Reo? Hey, Reo? I can hear Chibi calling after me, but I don't turn around. I don't want Chibi seeing me in tears. She's still calling out to me, her voice getting louder and louder the further I get away. That's kind of weird, isn't it? What's going on? Hey, Reo! Reo! I think you should just leave him alone. He needs to process this. Reo! Wake up, bro. Hey! Huh? What? Now I can feel hands on my shoulders, a knee in my stomach. It feels like something... No, two somethings are climbing on top of me. there's a loud voice in my left ear, and another, even louder voice in my right. Reo, wake up! Sis calling you. She's been calling for ages. Breakfast is ready. Hurry up! Huh? And with that start, I realized where I am. I'm lying on my futon, while my two twin brothers climb all over me. Aw, he's an older brother. And they're so precious. They're so cute. Wait, let me move down. Well, it has like a dinosaur. Wait. Let me move a bit. Right here for a moment. See? Well, it has like a dinosaur. That's precious. I blink, rubbing my arm against my eyes, then examine my brothers. Shen and Shoei look pretty much deceivable, but that's normal for them. They're both 4 years old, and they have the same messy hair that I do. The same brown eyes. If anything, probably could be triplets. Other than your hair is, it's more, like a striking red. Or ginger. Shen and Shoei, forgive my pronunciation, Shohei, are identical twins, so they look like carbon copies of one another. It's hard even for me to tell them apart, and I'm their older brother. Those was sis. Hello. Hi, Ghost. Just started. So this is Reo, the older brother of these two twins. He just confessed his feelings to his childhood friend that she turned him down. And he's in the dumps. So right now he's just being woken up by his twin brothers. They're so alike, they could be mirror images of one another. But Shin's hair tends to be messier than Shoei's, or Shoei usually carries his favorite dinosaur plush around with him. Shin's the older brother, which might explain why he's the louder, more boisterous one. A fact which is roundly being proven as he pummels my chest with his tiny fists and yells, wake up! Shoei, meanwhile, is a little more reserved. Yeah, bro, come on. You're meant to be taking us to preschool today. This will get mad if you oversleep. But only a little. He's only a decibel quieter than Shin. My brothers might be pint-sized, but their lung capacity could probably rival professional swimmers. It's kind of impressive. Real! But right now it's a pain in the ass, and a literal pain in the neck. Shouldn't really have to dig his elbow to me like that. Ow. Alright. You don't need to tell me twice. Or thrice. Or, how many times you got been screaming? I'm up. You can go and report back to me, if you like. She's in a bad mood. Sis is always in a bad mood. White Wolf says very empty audience on YouTube. Hi, White Wolf. Believe me, I know. My 13-year-old sister, Hitami, is indispensable in a lot of ways. She handles a lot of the housework, since Dad's often busy at work. And Mom is... well, she's a photograph on an altar in the living room, and on an urn full of ashes. She was great at keeping the house together, but she's not any fit to do that right now. Damn, that's dark. I've been imagining the housework with Hitami for the last couple of years, but Hitami's a lot better in the kitchen than I am. That's why she tends to take care of breakfast, apart from the cases where she has to be at school early for track club meets, or what have you. Bible says making me feel sentimental. I had a visual novel streak around 2018 to 2020. Though, not Yaoi. Yeah. Well, it seems like my visual novels, they've been ultime. I don't know if that's you pronounce it correctly. It's like when, there's one female protagonist, and then, she has a bunch of, potential suitors. Yeah, for obvious reasons. Also I did, ones, with Yuri, But I never done this one like with Yaoi. Well, I don't mean like side characters, but not like one like focus primarily on, yeah, the main like male characters. Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones. Ultimate. Or I'm gonna say ultimate. Just in case anything happens, like if it crashes something. Let me save. So I'm here anyway. And also, I don't know if I'm gonna do any other stream tonight. I'm probably just gonna do this. I don't know how long I'm gonna do it. I don't even know how long it lasts. I think it lasts 3, 4, 5 hours. I don't know. Why was this understandable? I'm Guy, and I enjoy games like Honey Pop. I'm not familiar with Honey Pop. What's that about? Please explain what I'm like a teen. That's why she tends to care of breakfast, apart from the occasions where she has to be at school early for track club meets, or what have you. My sister and I also take in turns to walk Shin and Shoei to preschool in the mornings, and pick them up in the afternoons. I'm glad I have Hitomi around, but she's pretty snippy when I talk to her. She especially dislikes it when I oversleep, which is something I do a lot. At least, I would if I didn't have 2 human alarm clocks to wake me up in the mornings. Hey, Reo, you're not planning to get back to sleep when we leave, are you? Says will be mad if you really do that. Sis is always mad. She says you're good for nothing. For nothing. But I think that's a bit harsh. But everything's fine. I'm wide awake. As you can see, I'll never be able to nod off again. Not after you two open me in the face. Now I'm gonna get ready. But you can to get me off of me first. I can't exactly get dressed if you're gonna sit on my lap. Well, yeah. Sorry, bro. It's no problem. Saya gets to his feet obediently. Yep, he's definitely the more agreeable of the two. Then pats Shin on the shoulder. Come on, Shin, let's go. Breakfast will get cold. Oh, right. I want to eat this miso soup. Me too. Then I could go for some miso soup. And large chunks of tofu and seaweed. Plus you could drink your soup the fastest. You're one. I raced to the living room. Why was this? I definitely relate. What? To being overwhelmed by siblings? The twins both take off in a flurry of excitable squeals and patting feet. I'm glad they're such high spirits. But when aren't they? They were too young to really know Mom, so they all were like sad when she died. They weren't all that sad when she died. To twins, she's nothing more than the pretty lady on the family altar that Dad talks to sometimes. That's a bit sad thought, though. This is coming from the guy that said that Mom can't help clean because she's in an urn and she's a pile of ashes. It's too sad for Monday morning, especially when I got school coming up. I got plenty of reasons to be mopey already. Not think about my dearly departed mother. Right, well, sis. I need to be careful with my jewels. As one time my sister tried to sit on my lap. The slight pop, but it was a bit off center. Ooh. Fast recovery. Fast recovery for White Wolf. Nice. What? Shaw is right. I should keep Hitomi waiting. She has all the patience of a Tokyo commuter during rush hour. Right. Let's get ready. Talking to yourself is a sign of insanity. Or so I've heard. But it's a pretty good way of psyching myself up. I had zero desire to go to school, but isn't that normal? School might not be so bad today. I mean, things could always be worse. I'm guessing that's Hitomi, his sister. I don't know what you've done here to me, but today's miso soup is extra delicious. What's your secret? You have to tell me. My miso soup never comes out this good. That's classified information, I'm afraid. If I told you, I have to kill you. Oof, well, I wouldn't want that to happen. Dad chuckles. If he wasn't sitting on the opposite end of the table to hit me, I think he'd probably reach out to pat her head. As it is, however, Dad's more concerned with making sure Shin and Shoei don't drop their chopsticks or spill the miso soup. So he doesn't. Dad has to pay Shin and Shoei quite a lot of attention in the mornings. They try to make a mess what they eat, of the table, and the floor, and themselves too. We don't keep an eye on them. Really though, your miso soup is excellent. Just as good as your mother was. I don't know if you go that far. But thanks. I did learn from the best. That you did. Your mother was an excellent cook. Dad's smile takes on a nostalgic edge. Lost in the thoughts, he stares aimlessly into the distance for a few moments. Until Shoei yelps, at least, and says, "Hey, that's my food. Give it back, Shin." "No, it's mine. Get your own." "But that was my own. Can't just take the tofu from my miso soup." "Dad, tell me you can't take my food." "I can't, because I just did." "But you shouldn't. It's not nice." Shoei's right there, Shin. You really shouldn't steal other people's food. Not when they're still eating. Wait a minute, does the dad have he has looks like he has shark teeth. Leftovers are one thing, but this is another. You wouldn't like it if I picked all the potatoes out of your curry during dinner time, wouldn't you? What? No! The potatoes are the best part! Then don't take your brother's tofu. It's not fair. Now, apologize. Don't wanna. But you have to. Look, you've set him. Shoei's always upset. It's not my fault he's a crybaby. But, fine. I'm sorry for taking your tofu, Shoei. Good. You should be. Now don't do it again. I have my eye on you. I know your sister's cooking is delicious, but you need to exercise a bit of restraint, young man. I don't know what that word means. Evidently not. Goodness gracious. Meal times are always like that with my family. Since Mom's not around anymore, Dad has to do double duty as far as parenting is concerned. It must be tiring, having to juggle childcare with a full-time job, which is pretty demanding. Oh, hi there. Verona Faye says, "Your model is so pretty." And chat stop auto-scrolling. That's great. But, thank you, Verona. I appreciate it. I left the artist's name inside the description for my stream. I mean, yeah, the stream description. Michi Haruka. Yeah. She did an awesome job with, my maid outfit and also my OG outfit. Especially how physics of my hair. So beautiful. Wait. I want to flex. I just want to show off my outfit for a moment. See? I especially love them, in the back here. Even these, the bow behind me. And, the tassels. Or, the ribbons that stick out. It's like wings. Bleh. But yeah, let me go back to my VTuber corner. Rhoda says, yes, it's so good. I don't know when, I don't know when it's gonna happen, but I'm expecting to update on my model. And for my long-time chirps who are in the stream, don't you worry, it's not a radical new model. It's gonna be the same. It's gonna be the same model, but yeah, I've been thinking about updating my image. It's gonna be The best I could describe it's gonna be more fantasy. It's gonna be magical. Magical, but maybe a bit like practical. But you'll see. I'm thinking like a warrior like fantasy sort of thing. It's still gonna be cute, I promise. But anyway, time to go back to the stream. And it's a pleasure to meet you, Verona. Why was this? I was away for a bit. You were showing your model. Yeah, because Verona was getting compliments about my model, and I just had to show off the maid outfit. Wait. And here's my other outfit. My OG one. It's a lot more simpler, but then it kind of reflects like who I am. Especially, this is my bucket hat nifty. And last but not least, excuse me one moment. And it's Chibi to me. Ooh, I have to layer on them when I get the new the model or the new outfit for my model. I had to get a new Chibi one too to reflect that image. But yeah, let me switch back. And alright. Sorry for the little detour. Just want to show off. I'm always proud to show off my models. And Verona says, hat pats. Thank you for the hat pats. How did you know I get hat pats? Or that's a given. But thank you. Alright, back to the stream. And thank you again for the compliments. Violet says, anyway, it's like back to the sibling topic. I'm the youngest, so I'm doing what's like to have young siblings. Victor says, hi, Nini. Hiya, Victor. We just started. Basically, the main character, Reo, he is heartbroken. Or more like he's bummed because, he confesses his feelings to his childhood friend, Shinami. And she just wants to be friends. And so, now he's, we're gonna see how he handles it. Rose says, I'm a triplet. And on the bright side, at least you get to I don't know, if you need to borrow clothes, you know who to go to. Victor says you look nice in that outfit. Thank you. I especially like the pigtails and the over the shoulder ponytail. Little ponytail. Nice little additions. Anyway, it must be tiring have to juggle childcare with a full-time job. Which is pretty demanding. I wonder if that's why Dad always tends to look tired. He never complains about his lot in life. He's always smiling. But sometimes, I just have to wonder just how sincere his smile is. I wouldn't be surprised if Dad was pretty down on himself. It wasn't that many years ago, after all, that Mom passed away. Things have been hard for him, but he doesn't let that stop him. I think my dad's pretty cool. Oh, and what's this? It looks like Shin's not the only one being naughty. Are you planning to go to school with your buttons undone and your sleeves rolled up, young man? But I wish you wouldn't get on my kids about, my looks so much. This shit's getting old. It's fine, Dad. Miss Tasaki doesn't mind. She's never commented on it. She might not, but it isn't against school rules to wear your school uniform like that. I don't want you getting hauled into this headmaster's office. That's not likely to happen. If my homeroom teacher doesn't care, why should anyone else? Besides, it's not like my clothes are causing any problems. I don't think it's that out there. Yeah, it's not like he's wearing a bucket hat. I don't think so. At least, but the class rep, Sugawara. I'm forgetting my pronunciation. Sugawara Yuuma disagrees. Sugawara gets on my case about my untucked shirt every other day, and my tardiness, and my general attitude, and... well, everything's really... I've had the misfortune of being in the same class as Sugawara for the last 3 years, ever since I wrote at Okubo Academy. He's never come in any slack. Rona says Sugawara. He's actually worse than a lot of teachers. To be honest, if I come across a word that I have difficulty pronouncing, I might say it really fast. So hopefully no one catches me mispronouncing it. Ooh, my secret's out. He's actually worse than a lot of his teachers. He had to give me a break. I'm glad you not got into any trouble over yet, but there's a chance it could happen. I don't want you putting your education in jeopardy over something so minor. You're already in 3rd year. Remember, you'll be graduating soon. You don't need to get involved in any drama. Man, the Japanese school system still fascinates me, having all those levels, as opposed to the Western, education. You know, you just go freshman, then intermediate, then high school, and then optionally college, so forth. The other ones, you have to work your butt off, study to be even to get those certain level of education. That's confusing. I have no idea. Don't remind me. I don't want to think about my upcoming exams or about my graduation ceremony. That's just fast approaching. I'm almost 18, but I still have no idea what I really want to do with my future. I do know, however, that I don't want to keep going down the academics route. I can't say I've got any interest in going to university at all. I'm also in a sports-related diploma. I've been putting a lot of effort on the football field, but is it enough to make a career of it? Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah. Some people make buttloads of money doing football. You should start thinking about your future seriously. You only have a few months left. Not that Dad wants you mooching off him indefinitely. We're not made out of money, you know? Believe me, I know. Hitomi always talks down to me, but I'm well aware of our family's dire financial straits. Things were bad before Shin and Shoei were born, when Mom was still alive, and she still worked. But they're even worse now. I worry about a lot of our finances at night, and I try not to talk about around the twins. They wouldn't understand, and if they did, it'd only scare them. This is a problem for us adults to worry about. Speaking of which, I'll get a job as soon as I can. I don't care what it is, but then I'll help out. I promise. It doesn't matter if I don't get good grades. I can always, do construction work, or something. I'm not gonna become a dead weight. I swear. I never thought for a second, Reo, but don't worry, it'll take a while to get on your feet. I'll always be here to support you. That's such a sweet dad. It's what your mother would have wanted. I know. Thanks, Dad. Real kind. I'm kind as you deserve. I am your father, after all. I appreciate all the help you've given me with Shin and Shoei, and you too, Hitomi. Both been wonderful. Sometimes it feels like you're my parents. I'd be lost without you. Dad smiles before turning his attention back to his breakfast. He sips the last of his miso soup, sets the bowl down, then stretches. Right. That's me sorry for the morning. I guess I should be off now. I might be a bit back later than usual, but I'll try to get back home around 6:30. I don't know if I can make it too many promises there, though. My boss has been working pretty hard lately. It's been noses to the grindstone for the last month, and he asked me to meet in his office later for a little chat. A chat. Hitomi looks at Dad concernedly. It's about your performance at work. You're in trouble, are you? I shouldn't think so. No. But my boss can be pretty unpredictable, and he's hard to please. It's never a good combination. Tell me a bit about him before. Hitumi scowls. I think he sounds like a bully. Maybe it gotta be if you want to be lorded over like all the other people. Aren't all CEOs and politicians like meant to be megalomaniacs? Megalo what? Is that like a megalosaurus? No, a megalomaniac. It is. I should have explained to the twins. I doubt it's a word they'll get much use out in their daily lives. Never mind. It doesn't matter. Megalosaurus are way cooler anyway. You bet they are. They're like this big. And they have really sharp teeth. And they could run fast too. Twins begin twittering about like megalosauruses while Hitumi sees Dad off. He says his goodbyes, slides his shoes on at the front door, then leaves. Somewhat predictably, the mood completely tanks the moment Dad closes the door behind him. The house always feels quiet without him, even with Shin and Shoei jabbering. Now, I wonder why Dad's boss wanted to meet him. I hope it's not anything serious. But hoping won't get me very far. I think about all this while finishing the last bites of my own breakfast when I hear a rapping at the front door. I wonder what that'll be with Dad. Come back to retrieve something or other he's forgotten. It's lunch, maybe. Dad says he's not that old, but he's pretty scatterbrained. But Hitumi jumps to her feet instead. That'll be Mikon. She asked if I want to walk with her to school. Mikon? Huh. Mikon is one of Hitumi's friends. She's been around the house a few times, so I know her by sight. She's a pint-sized kid, in for a middle schooler, but she makes quite the impression. Mikon has pink hair, just like candy floss, which she ties back into these two cutesy pigtails. She keeps her fringe tied back with an array of pastel clips. She's matching pastel jewelry on her wrist at all hours, even when she heads off to school. The most peculiar thing about Pecan isn't her appearance, however, but her... Wait a minute! Wait, hold on a second! Wait a minute! You're not telling me... Wait. I'm gonna make a prediction right now. I haven't read this before, but you know, I did a visual novel like a while back by the same author that did this. The author is ebi-hime. She made like a visual novel called like what was it called exactly? My Dear Prince. In that one, there's like there's like two twin sisters. Not twin sisters. There's two sisters, an older one and a younger one. And the younger one, she had like she liked to dress all cutesy. You know, like she has pink hair. She like has a girly outfit aesthetic, and she had disability that she was deaf. Could this actually be in the same universe? That'd be so cool. I'm probably jumping to conclusions. It's probably just an Easter egg. Sorry, I just... Can I call it disability? Or will I be rude? I don't know. I'm not the best at being sensitive. Or so Hitumi's told me. So I guess I'll cut to the chase. Mikon's deaf. And she's also mute. She can't talk at all. So she has to communicate through sign language. No way. No way. This can't be the same character. No way. I don't know a lick of sign language myself, but Hitumi's been learning at school these last few years for Mikon's sake. I've seen the two of them sing together in the living room, moving their hands mutely, as they giggle to themselves. I've always wondered what they talk about, all cozy up like that, but I might be better off not knowing. Anyways, Hitumi heads out. She greets Mikon at the front door, then calls to us while she's still sliding on her shoes. make sure you clean up the dishes before you leave, Reo. And be quick about it. Shin and Shoei are going to get to preschool on time. I know that Hitomi doesn't see it. I have to get to school on time myself. But she probably knows that's a lost cause. I'm almost never on time. Your wish is my command, my lady. I'll have the house spick and span in seconds flat. I reassure Hitomi as I peek my head out into the entrance hall. Have a good day at school. I'll see you later. And you two, Mikon. It feels a bit pointless to say hello to Mikon. Then she can't actually hear me. But I think it'd be rude not to. I mean, she is standing at our doorstep. She can't hear me, but she could definitely see me. I mean, the art style's different. That might be her. Nah, must be just must be coincidence. Miko catches my eye over Hitomi's shoulder. Hitomi still laces up her school shoes, and she smiles. Not exactly pleasantly. What's Hitomi telling her? Anyway. Alright, I'm going out. Take good care of the twins. I always do, don't I? You rely on me. I wonder about that. Hitomi frowns, but she doesn't pass for a comment. She turns to Mikon, flashing her smile she never shows me. And they leave. Door slams shut behind her. And then there's silence. Hey, Shin, can't just drink my orange juice. It's mine. Too bad. It's mine now. It's in my belly. That's a fairy though. You had your own. Yeah, but I already drank my own. You know half a drink is mine too though. Big bro, Shin's being mean to me. Well, silence. Save for the sounds of twins bickering in the living room. I do my best to look after twins, but it's not always easy. Sometimes I wish they weren't quite so energetic. I feel sorry for him. It takes me a couple of minutes longer that I like to settle the dispute between Shin and Shoei. And then it takes me even more to clear dishes from the breakfast breakfast away. Shoei's determined to help me, but his help isn't much appreciated. I know he means well, but he mostly winds up getting in the way instead. Then, once I got the cutlery dried and the plates are all soaking on the side of the sink, I discovered that Shin lost his left shoe. There's no way I can make him walk all the way to preschool without it. So I have to dedicate like a good 10 minutes looking for his errant trainer. I'm running late when I finally leave the house. Twins in tow. So much, I had to literally run there. Luckily, I'm able to make a game of it. Last one to school's a rotten egg. And the twins don't seem to caught on how frazzled I am. I get to the preschool just in time and hand the twins over to the smiley daycare lady, Mrs. Ozeki, before taking my leave. Since I was so late heading out this morning, I doubt I have enough time to make it to school before the first bell rings myself. There's nothing new. I'm late more than not, especially on days where I need to look after twins. But I really don't want Sugawara breathing down my neck. What time is it anyway? I pull my phone out of my pocket and check it. Then I curse under my breath. Oh, for heaven's sake. I knew I was late. It's worse than I thought. It's already 8:40. Homeroom starts at 8:45, which is gonna mean about 5 minutes ahead till all the way to school. It might be doable, I guess, if I was Gazelle, which I'm not. It's a shocking revelation, I know. I don't think I'd be able to pull that off, though, even if I'm a member of the school's football club. I mean, school's a good 15-minute walk away. Now I'm talking about like a brisk walk here. If I did run, that would only cut my commute time in two. Anyway, I get all sweaty. I don't want to spend hormones sticking a BO, especially if I'm not gonna wind up getting there after the bell's gone either way. Sugawara will be on my ass regardless. I'd rather not deal with that obnoxious voice hearing in my ear about proper conduct and really not good enough when I'm struggling for breath and covered in sweat. Since I'll be late, no matter how I slice it, I might as well take things at a leisurely pace. Yeah, I learned that sometimes if you're late and you couldn't help it, you tried your best. Don't stress about it. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy the time. Just enjoy the time before you get there. Sugawara's mad. He'll just have to suck it up. I've heard his lectures way too many times to care. He really is an asshole. The rest of the morning goes more or less as I imagined it would. I get to school about 10 minutes after the bell's gone, when homeroom's about to wrap up. Miss Takasaki doesn't look very happy about this, but she does scold me too much. I don't think Miss Takasaki's got in her to scold anybody properly, if I'm being honest. Miss Takasaki's pretty young for a teacher. Way younger than awful Miss Mayuzumi, my perpetually pissy history teacher. I don't know how old Miss Takasaki is exactly. It's not like teachers are chomping at the bit to share some personal info with their students, but she doesn't look all that much older than us kids. If I had to guess how old she is, which I have with some of the guys from the football club, I'd say can't be much older than 25. I didn't realize she only recently graduated from teaching college. That's something she told us during day 1 of the school term, back in April. And this is her first full-time teaching gig. Miss Takasaki's inexperienced, and she isn't the best at disciplining the class, but it doesn't matter too much. She's pretty popular, thanks to her good looks, so we tend not to give her a hard time. I don't really want to give her a hard time either, to be honest. I feel a bit guilty myself, always showing up to her homeroom so late, despite her constant warning that I should try to be more punctual. I think Miss Takasaki worries about me. Well, no, that's not true. I know she worries about me, because she asked me during break. She wanted to know if there's anything particular reason behind my constant tardiness, and if there are any problems with my home life. I guess it must be on the thought that my mother bit the bullet. I've been trying to raise my kid brothers alongside my little sister, while my dad's off at work. It's the sort of things teachers tend to know about their students. I reassured that everything was A-okay. I was bad at managing my time, and she nodded and she said she understood. But if I had any issues, I could always talk to her. I think she meant it too. Miss Takasaki really seems to give a shit about her students. Unlike Mrs. Mayuzumi. I like that about her. I don't like her enough, however, to actually get my ass onto my seat at a reasonable time. I'm sorry I have to deal with a guy like me, Miss Takasaki. I swear I'll do better in the next life. Sugawara Yuuma, however, is another matter altogether. He scows me when I come into class, though he doesn't launch into one of his lectures. Not just yet. You must know that it'd be inappropriate to subject me to the 4th degree while class is in session. I got an achievement. High standards. There's no pleasing some people. He can't stop himself from stomping over to my desk the moment the bell rings for lunch, however, to unleash a verbal beatdown. I bet he was playing this out in his head for, the last 2 hours. Sugawara glares at me, his eyes narrow behind the lens of his glasses, then says, "You really are unbearable, Fujibayashi." Well, ain't that a nice greeting? I haven't even said hello to you yet, Sugawara. You're already on my case. What did I do this time?
You know what you did this time. You were 10 minutes late to school today. Fujibayashi 10. What's your excuse for that? Do you even have one?
Well, yeah.
I have an excuse. Sure.
I might have woken up a bit later than usual, but I had my breakfast at a sensible enough hour. If I had been on daycare duty, I probably would have made it to school in time. But taking care of Shin and Shoei over to preschool does take up a lot of my time, and doesn't help that they were arguing so much on the way there. Then there was the whole deal with like Shin's missing shoe. I could tell Sugawara all this, but I can't really be bothered. I mean, what's the point? A pampered rich boy like him wouldn't understand how tough it would be to take care of a couple's kids, and if he did, I wouldn't want him to pity me. I don't know him well enough to open up my personal life like that. I guess I'll settle for the good old-fashioned carelessness. My excuse is I couldn't be bothered to be to school this morning. Is that good enough for you?
What? Surely can't be serious.
Well, I am. We had history this morning, and math. This Miss Mayuzumi and Mr. Kimura, one after another. That ain't enough to make anyone off themselves. I don't know what is. I really couldn't be bothered. You should count yourself lucky. I'm not showing up at all. I really thought about skipping altogether.
This has nothing to do with me, though.
You sure? You like to make my business your own. You're always nagging me. Even worse than my old man. You're so persistent. It really does make me wonder.
Wonder? About what?
Maybe, Miss Kimura's right. Mr. Kimura says Sugawara was staring at me in maths earlier. No doubt plotting to lay into me. He made a quip about it. He asked Sugawara if he asked to confess to me, which of course made the whole class giggle. I don't like Mr. Kimura, but seeing him make Sugawara blush, well, that's pretty satisfying. I should use that to my advantage. I might compel Sugawara to leave me alone for now. Or not, but what the hey, I can only try. Do you really have a thing for me? I wouldn't be surprised. You can talk about every little thing that I do. It's like you can't get enough of me.
Oh, please.
Sugawara bristles, like he always does when I talk back to him. Which, given I talk to him back constantly, means he winds up in a bad mood more often than not.
I know you don't like very much, but I don't scold you for the sake of it. I'm a busy man, and there's dozens of other things that I'd rather be doing.
Why'd you do those things then? Get off my case.
Because you won't let me get off your case. Not when you insist on being such a poor student in almost every area. As a class president, I couldn't bear to see you squandering your education. Do you not care about your future?
Not really. Not unless there are any football apprenticeships involved. I'm aiming to be a pro striker, you know. I don't have time to deal with like petty classroom bullshit.
This petty classroom bullshit, as you termed it, is what you'll have to fall back on if you're planning to go south. I know you're decent at football.
I just ain't decent. I'm pretty damn good. I'll have you know, I'm the top scorer on our team. Then that says, hello, Maid Nivni, going back to school. Yes, I am. Back to maid school. And then, blah.
But the path to becoming a professional is a rigorous one. You have to have a backup plan. Moreover, no team will ever want to sign you on if you can't arrive at a practice at time. Your poor grades are worrying in and of themselves, but your tardiness is even worse. That's a basic requirement of any job. Miss Takasaki might be too afraid of you to scold you properly, but I'm not. I have no qualms with putting you in your place.
You think I didn't know that?
Talking my ear off. And yet despite that, you're still not listening. Now, try to pay attention. Maybe something I have to say will finally stick in that empty head of yours. First of all,
ooh, that sounds like Sugawara's getting pretty heated there. Not that it's really my problem.
He might be trying to make it my problem, but that doesn't mean I need to give him the satisfaction of a response. The moment anybody says, "Now you listen to me," an argument is the moment it's about to turn out that they're singing all together. Verona says I return from getting ready from bed. Awesome! Make sure you brush your teeth too. Just in case I string this for long, I made sure to brush my teeth too. That way, if it gets late, then I can just plop in bed rather than have to worry about being too tired to go to the bathroom. That'd be the best for both me and Sugawara, I think. I don't want to wind up losing my temper with the guy, for real. I already kinda got pissed at him, but wouldn't want to be after being subject to all this sanctimonious BS for so long. I'm not past the point of no return just yet. Rana says alright then. Just include my nighttime stuff. If I really lost my cool though, then things could start getting nasty. Nasty, you say? Do tell, Reo. So much as dislike Sugawara, I don't want to end up punching him in his smug, pretty boy face. That caused a shitload of drama. Drama I don't want to get involved in. My dad has enough to worry about. His oldest son getting expelled from school over our fault. Sugawara. Frickin' Yuuma. I need to calm down. I gotta keep it together. I am a zen, like a rock garden. Now, I don't know what Chinomi's up to right now. She's probably about to eat lunch in her own classroom with Hanako and Tsubaki. She'll be willing to drop the flower girls and eat lunch with me instead. I'm busy turning this over my head when... Oh, Reo, you're still in the classroom. That's good. I was looking for you. Oh, it's Chenmi. I was thinking about fire, but it looks like she's about to find me instead. This Chenmi looks quite a lot like the Chenmi I conjured up in my dream last night. Her hair is tied back in pigtails, as per usual, which are secured in place by these frog-shaped clips. Brona says I wish I didn't have to use them. It's so hot and stuffy. It's 80 Fahrenheit. If you have a fan, make sure you have that. Make sure you have that nearby. Or, an AC running. If you don't have those things, well, if it's a room, and it's private, and no one can see you. Well, sometimes I just I sleep without clothes. Unlike usual, however, Shinami isn't grinning. She looks uncommonly abashed. Maybe because she just stumbled on Sugawara leaning into me. Yeah, that'd probably be it. Now I can't think of anything why else she looks so awkward. Hey, Shinami is something up. Well, I guess. I want to talk to you about something. If Sugawara has business with you, maybe I could leave. Always leave for another day. Nah, it's fine. If there's something you want to tell me about it, could do it now. I don't mind. Sugawara here was just about finished with his lecture anyway. Isn't that right, Sugawara? Now I shot Sugawara this poignant glare, which makes him harump in turn. I don't think he was just about finished when Sugawara starts getting on my case. He can't bitch and moan for ages, but I guess he knows it'd be impolite to monopolize all my time when Chinmi comes looking for me. Sugawara's a huge ass to me, but he's a smooth operator when it comes to ladies. You sure about that? You sure about that, Reo? He's unfailingly polite in his snobby rich boy kind of way. I think his good manners are smarmy actually, but the girls don't seem to mind very much. Oh, I'm sorry, Verona. Verona says, I wish I share a room with my sisters. Maybe, let's see. Maybe a cool pack or something then. Or a bag of ice. Or cool water. I was debating whether or not to get a drink, so thirsty, but it's also super late.
Maybe I should get more breathable stuff then. Or breathable nighttime stuff. Like, pure cotton rather than, like, any, synthetics. Or, what you call it? What's that? The blend. Not the stretchy stuff. Cotton breeds. Sugawara has half of his girls in our year wrapped around his little finger. I swear.
Yes, I suppose that's true. Is Miss Ogura wants to talk to you about something. I shan't keep you. Just keep in mind what I said. Alright. You really do need to think about your conduct here more. Fujibayashi, particularly as we're
in our last year of school now. Yeah, I get it. You already told me that like a dozen times since like night year started.
It has not been like a dozen times, actually. It's only been 9.
I wish it's kind of embarrassing to see, but they don't really come in not as stuffy. Not that I know. I see what they are. Maybe I should get something like a tank top if it's a shirt. That way, like you don't have to rip at the arms, the sleeves, but it's still like you're still modest. Huh? You've been counting.
I simply happen to have a good memory.
How precious. Are you sure you don't have a thing for me?
I'm quite sure. Unless by a thing, you mean an earnest desire to see you turn your life around, so you will not squander your education.
You know, I think it's so obvious. I mean, sure, I knew like going in that these two, they're going to be a thing eventually, but it's obvious. The guy's having so much like concern for like Reel's Rails. Again, and I apologize for the mispronunciation. But like yeah, if he didn't really give a damn about Reo, he wouldn't be like, you know, talking this sort of way. It's obvious. He does have a thing for Reo. With all due respect, Verona, probably best not to like say that out loud in in public, because people could tease you or something. No judging or anything. Yeah, some people may have like, I don't know, like bladder control or like something they're ashamed of. But yeah, if it comes to like your upper body, like if it's a shirt or a long sleeve, maybe you should like trade out for a tank top. Anyway.
I'm quite sure, unless by a thing, you mean an earnest desire to see you turn your life around, so you will not squander your education.
Please. I've heard it all before. This is the same shit, a different day.
If you heard it all before, then I do wonder why you don't take any of my advice on board. And I believe I told you to watch your language at school too. You wish your cuss so much.
Maybe I shouldn't, but I still do. It's a bitch of a world, ain't it? Now, did you want to go lunch together? Oh, yes. That would be good.
So where you want to go? Courtyard?
We could, but it might be a little too crowded.
The roof, then.
I don't know. I want to talk about something private, so maybe go to like the garden club. There shouldn't be anyone there this time. So that's the club. So it will have a good long talk. That's supposed to be sore for real, because that's where he confesses feelings to Chinami. That is, you know, anything better to do. Oh no, it's fine. The only other thing I was doing was being lectured by this jackass here, which I wasn't super enthused about. I'll eat lunch with you. Well, good. I'm glad. Tuka is still here. I always feel awkward when I interrupt you.
Awkward?
But why? Maybe not reading too much into it, but the way you bicker reminds me of a married couple.
What?
No way! I don't know what you're thinking about, Shinami. I mean, this is nicely possible. You need to get your head examined. There's no way I like wind up marrying Sugawara. The thoughts making my skin crawl. Wow. Wow.
I concur. I mean that you know ill will. You shouldn't make such careless remarks. If anyone were to overhear that.
Oh, don't worry about it. I was just being silly. Though, I wish you wouldn't call me Miss Ugra. That's kinda cold. Maidens, it's a magic crush straight up shipping you with someone else. Yeah, it looks like Shinami actually, she has some insight that like Reo and Yuuma, they have like they have that they have that chemistry. And I don't want to admit it. We're both understood concept after all. I thought we were meant to be colleagues.
We are colleagues. Hence why I call you Miss Ugura. That sounds more professional than your given name.
Yeah, but it's so distant. I think we're a little closer than that. But I'm not gonna push it. I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable. So, do you want to come with me, Reo?
Sure.
Let's go. Being in the classroom was starting to get a little stifling. And anyway... Nice smile. There's no one else I'd rather spend my lunch break with. So, what's up? I look at Shinami curiously, one hand resting on my hip. The pair of us standing outside the greenhouse, which is typically used by the school's gardening club. The gardening club aren't here right now, though. It's just me and Shinami in the secluded area of the school's field, with nobody else around to bar us. It's a warm, sunny day, and there's a bit of a gentle breeze. I can see a few clouds drifting along in the cobalt sky, and there's a few butterflies flitting here and there between the flowers. I'm not the sort to stop and smell the flowers, both literally and figuratively speaking, but it's pretty nice. It's scenic. It's a perfect place actually for a confession. Which is probably why I asked Shinami to meet me here, out here, in my dream. Oh, wait, so that was a dream! That was a dream then! So the beginning of this visual novel, when he confessed to her, that was a dream then. I see. It makes sense, because he woke up in his... Alright then. That was unexpectedly smart thinking, coming from me. I never want to sweat the small details, but I guess things are different when I'm with Shinami. When she's evolved, I can't help but sweat the small stuff. Now I wonder what she wants to talk to me about. How she's not being bullied again, like she was back in middle school. I wait for her to speak up, trying to squash my anxiety. Shinami says, I just want to tell you, I'm very sorry. Huh? Come again? Why are you acting so weird? Did something happen? I think so. Yes. You might be trying to play it off, but I know it upsets you a lot. I could tell. But it's alright. You don't have to act tough with me, Reo. Not when we've known each other for so long. We are best friends, aren't we?
Well, yeah, we're friends. But what's all this about? I don't remember you doing anything to upset me.
I did though. I upset you a lot. I mean...
Oh, wait, so it did happen?
Yeah, she said... I mean, you confessed to me yesterday.
Shit. I did. Didn't I? I thought that was just a dream.
Reo, stop confusing me. Alright, so it happened. You confessed to her. It happened. And I rejected you.
I guess that wasn't a dream after all. Unless this is a dream. It's a dream within a dream. Frick. What a frickin' nightmare.
I'm so sorry, Reo. I hope I didn't upset you too much.
No. I struggle for words, my mouth hanging open like a goddamn fish. I'm so floored. It's a wonder I can still stand upright. What am I supposed to say about all this? It's fine, I guess.
Are you sure? You didn't look fine yesterday. I tried to let you down as gently as I could, but I'm not sure if it worked. You ran out so fast. I didn't have a chance to talk things through with you. And you didn't answer any of my calls last night either. I hope I didn't hurt your feelings too badly. It's not like I don't like you. Because I do. In fact, I really like you. You're my best friends in all the world. You'll never not be special to me. But...
here it comes. The but. I should have known.
I just don't feel that way about you. That doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you, though. Or that you did anything bad. You're a really great guy. I'm just not looking for a boyfriend right now. I think I'm a bit too busy with my student council work. I'm so scatterbrained. I doubt I'd be a good girlfriend anyway.
I'm not so sure about that. I think Chibi would make a pretty good girlfriend, actually. I wouldn't bother asking her if I didn't think that.
That's very mature, Chibi.
I don't think telling her that would make her change her mind. However, she seems pretty determined. I guess I'll just have to deal with it. Now I think you're selling yourself short a bit. But I get it. Aria assures Chibi. We have the biggest smile I can muster. Which is pretty pathetic, all things considered. But, hey. At least, I'm trying. We have been friends for a long time. Maybe weird if we started dating. In a way, I do see you as a little sister.
Yes, that's it. You're like my big brother to me. Reo, I couldn't go out with you. Not when we know each other for so long. Well, I mean, technically some people who were childhood friends, they went on to become a couple and then eventually marry. But sometimes, yeah, sometimes you just don't have that chemistry. Nothing personal. I think it might be a bit too close.
Damn.
That stings.
There's something a little sad about being told by a girl she likes you way too much to go out with you. But I guess it's not Chibi's fault. She doesn't feel that way about me. It's probably mine instead. Dude, she just said that it's nothing to do with you. You just don't have that, you don't have that thing between you. Guidance says hello.
Hi, Guidance. Yeah, it's good to see you. Well, glad you could make it for this.
Let me give the quick rundown.
Basically, this knucklehead up here, Reo, he has a big heart. But yeah, he confessed to Chibi here at the start of the visual novel. They're like childhood friends. He said, hey, wanna go out? And she's like, I can't. And then we found out he has he has siblings he takes care of. His tardiness is catching up to him. And class President Sugawara. He's always on Reo's case about his behavior. And right now Chibi and Reo here, they're talking they're talking about after when he confessed to her. She's like, oh yeah, nothing's wrong with you. It's just that yeah, we just want to be friends. Hi, Kenny. Kenny says hello. Do you like the meme I sent? Oh, the VTuber one. Yeah. Ooh. In real life, I'm a vampire finch. I'm a tiny bird. It's like when I look in my tracking device or my VTubing, It's like a giant mirror. Yeah, it is. I got it. I got it, Jess. Pretty silly. Imagine, Kenny. How am I myself relaxed too much around her? That's fine, Kenny. No harm done. I guess it's true that I'm not always on my best behavior when I'm with her. I do curse a lot when we're together, and she knows I have a short temper. Real. You just gotta accept that you two won't be a thing. Just accept it. You'll be happier for it. When I factor all that shit, I mean, stuff, into the equation, it's no wonder she's not interested. It almost feels like a no-brainer, in fact. I'm so stupid. Yeah. Yeah, imagine dating my own little sister. That'd be gross. Thanks, Jinmi, for turning me down. You might have done me a favor. You're not just saying that, are you? You're not just saying that to wait for her to change her feelings or something. That's no problem. I'm glad you're taking this so well. Well, yeah, I don't really have a choice to earn a ticket. Well, what's our turf exactly? Starting to sob. Spare me. So, now I got that out of the way. Do we eat lunch together? God, this is hard doing today. I think I'm doing well. I streamed, yeah, as you saw earlier, I streamed that new game. Well, not that new game. That older game. Yeah, the very, surreal one. It's a fascinating play. I got annoyed with that, that one section with, what you call the Carlo men. But, yeah, I had fun fighting the bosses in there. Hopefully I'll continue it. I hope you're having a beautiful and lovely day, Guidance. Oh, no, I just remembered that I'm meant to be having lunch with some of the guys at the club. They, asked a little earlier and I agreed, so we're probably go find them right now. And know her feelings. Okay? Alright. That's too bad. You can hang out some other time. Well, sure again. We're BFFs, right? That's right. We're BFFs. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad, too. My confession was wrecked by my whole relationship with Jinmi. But I'm a little sad that things end up like this. Or I scratch that. I'm a lot sad. Things didn't work the way I wanted. I guess that's how life is. Can't always get what we want, no matter how badly we want it. I'll see you around then. Right? Yes, I'll see you. I say my goodbyes with Jinmi, then turn my back on her. It isn't until I'm looking away from her that my smile fades. Then my lower lip begins to wobble. Shit, this is way more painful than I'm laying on. I watch half what romance dramas that hit to me, but they never prepare me for how complicated all this relationship shit can be. Why does falling in love have to be so hard? A little while later. This sucks. And I don't spend the rest of my lunch break with the guys from the football team. Like I told Jinmi I would. I don't feel like I can face anybody right now. Especially not the guys from the football team. They're not bad guys. Really. There's a reason why I tend to eat lunch with them. But they're pretty high energy. Even when we're not playing a game of ball. I tend to be high energy myself. Which might be why we all get on so well. But talking tactics and leaving our clutch goals scored during our last match is the last thing I want to do right now. That's why, in a pretty uncharacteristic move, I decided to hold wait in the school's library, rather than hang out in the courtyard or in my classroom. I don't usually come to the school's library, which is actually an understatement. Now that I think about it. I basically never come to the school's library. I'm not the most studious of guys. Sugawara might be the first to tell you that. I never cared about my grades. I never become like a seasoned academic, so I might as well put all my energy into sports route. That's my plan, at least, if you can call that. Since I don't have the plans to go to university, there's no need for me to bust my ass studying in the library. I'm only here because I want to keep a low profile. It'll be the last place anyone will expect me to come if they're looking for me. I like a bit of alone time so I can sit through my feelings, but I don't know if it's really helping. Things are looking pretty bleak. I didn't think things work out like this between me and Shinami. I guess I never thought she'd actually reject me. We've been together for years. At this point, ever since we were little kids. Shinami used to get bullied a fair bit back in preschool because she has a bit of like a lisp and her front teeth were kind of crooked. I felt bad for her, so I used to step in to defend her honor when things got hairy. I chased off more than a few bozos with spades, snaffled from the sandbox in my time. I even threatened to cleave in a few skulls for Shinami's sake. Not that my preschool teachers liked that very much. I got in trouble more than a few times when I was being Shinami's noble knight, which I don't think is super fair. Sure, I might have gotten a little creative with my insults. Apparently, I was pretty threatening for a 4-year-old, but I never actually stoved in any, like, skulls. I just been an arm or two, but that's in kids' hair. I think my teachers are overreacting, but I guess that's not important now. The fact remains, me and Shinami have been inseparable ever since we were little kids. We were best friends in preschool, and the bestest of friends in elementary school. We were pretty close in middle school too. That was around this time. We both did a little growing up, and our tastes started to change. Shinami started to make a few more female friends, who she could talk to about clothes and makeup and frogs. Shinami's always had a thing for them, while I started to take football more seriously. We didn't spend as much time together as we used to, but Shinami was still there for me when I needed her. She helped me out of a bunch actually, after my mom died during my first year of high school. She used to come over pretty often to check up on me. She even brought us over her school mother's leftovers, tied us over when we were all too tired and stressed out to cook. I think that might have been when I realized how much I liked her. She started to seem less like a child friend, and more like, well, a potential life partner. I thought that Shinami might return my feelings, but apparently not. It's so unfair that Sugawara gets to spend so much time with Shinami, but I can't. I'll bet that smug bastard has no idea how lucky he is unless... Wait, what if Sugawara does know how lucky he is? He's been spending like a shitload of time with Shinami these last couple months in the student classroom, which must mean they have loads of chance to strike conversations. What if Sugawara's realized how kind Shinami is and how hardworking? It's entirely probable. In fact, it's starting to seem only too possible. Shinami's a really nice girl, and she's very pretty. Now her crooked baby teeth have fallen out and her adult teeth have grown in. Sugawara doesn't strike me as a type to drool over a girl's because of the looks, but he's still a guy, at the end of the day. Real? If you only knew. There's no way he hasn't noticed how banging Shinami's body is, not after spending so much time with her. You have to be blind not to notice that. It's starting to seem pretty freaking likely that Sugawara might have a thing for my child friend. What about Shinami? Does she also like Sugawara? I don't think there's anything too appealing about him myself, but I'm a guy. He's not really my type. Sugawara is pretty popular with the girls at Okubo Academy though. He even has a fan club, reasons I cannot fathom. They're quite literally hordes of girls who possibly tripping on themselves to get in his good graces. Sugawara's desk is still always stuffed full of cards and chocolates come Valentine's Day. Instead of I had the misfortune of being in the same classroom as him for 3 years in a row, I've seen more than a handful of girls trying to confess to him after school. He's crazy popular, so much
even the self-proclaimed prettiest girl in school, Sarazawa Sawa, has her eye on him.
Wait a minute. Sarazawa Sawa. She's also from that other visual novel. It's an interconnected, visual novels universe.
Heck, I think Sora even dated Saya for a little while. I don't know why girls are so crazy for him. Maybe like smug assholes. But it's an undeniable fact that they do. Does Chinami know though? She never said anything to me about Sugawara, either negative or positive. She did have a thing for him. It wouldn't be super unexpected.
You know, I'm gonna make a prediction. What if, Chinami and Sugawara, what if they're, best friends? But then, Chinami also, Chinami doesn't have any feelings for Reo. But Chinami also knows that Sugawara has feelings for Reo. But then, yeah, I'm just assuming that Sugawara has feelings for Reo. Just in case anything happens, let me see. Now I'm really starting to wonder. I don't have any evidence. What's the reason why Chinami turned me down? Letty, I think she turned you down because she doesn't feel that way. Why she has a thing for Sugawara? Hell, they could be dating for all I know. They could have been spending the last couple months in the student council room after school, whispering sweet nothings to one another's ears, and I have no idea. I get pissed off just thinking about it. That bastard laying his unworthy hands on my childhood friend. If he's been running his hands through her hair, or hugging her. Or worse, if he's been kissing her. Calm down, Letty. I'll kill him! I'll freaking kill him! I'll kill him until he's dead, and I'll tear out his guts for good measure. He sounds like, from Kung Pao Enter the Fist. Betty. When he says, I'll kill him. I'll kill him dead. Like, with a rock or something. Like a stone. No guy gets to defile cheating on my watch. Especially not a bastard like Sugawara. That's not your call, Reo. It's her call. If she wants someone to defile her, that's her decision. He's such a freaking asshole. This shot escapes my lips in a roar. Sorry than I thought it would be. So much that several students say in desk, and your mind jumped. Several heads turned to me. Several sets of eyes too. Oh. There's a brief gasp, meanwhile, from a startled girl. Then, a dull thud. She just dropped her books. Glance over at her, realized with a start that I know her. That's Ihara from my class. She sits next to me. She's a gloomy girl. Sort that has a permanent depressed look on her face, like she just caught somebody eating her favorite pudding. She looks pretty protrude right now. In fact, standing there with her legs quivering. Before meanwhile is strewn with books, all thick leather-bound stuff. It looks to be hundreds of pages long. She seriously planned to read all of those. I guess some people are really built differently. Well, now that I calmed down a bit, I'm starting to feel guilty for the outburst. I'm thinking about apologies to the startled Ihara, then picking up her dropped books, when... That was quite the impassioned shout. Who exactly are you damning to hell? It's frickin' Sugawara again, and he's probably dripping with derision. Why has he caused me enough problems today? What's his deal? What the hell are you doing here? That's funny. I feel like I should be asking you that. You do know that this is a library, don't you, Fujibayashi? People come here to study. Why suffer good? Ergo, you're supposed to be quiet. If you want to scream into either, be my guest. But I'd rather you do that on the football field. In fact, Sugawara pursed his lips together in his manly condensing way, which makes me want to hit him. I don't think I've seen you in the library before. I can rather often myself. I was going to make a joke where I was gonna make a joke where like, oh, maybe he prefer Reo to be screaming in like you know, in the bedroom. Well, a girl can dream. Yeah, what about it? It's a free country. I could go wherever the hell I like. I didn't know I need your approval just to exist in the same room as you, Lord Sugawara.
You don't need my approval. But studying quietly, like everybody else, I would have left you alone. But it doesn't look like you've been doing much studying. You weren't being very quiet either. If you're not going to use the library for its intended purpose, why were you coming here at all? You have no goal beyond bothering other people.
I'll bar you in a minute if you don't knock that off. Crack my knuckles, hoping this will make Sugawara back off. But of course, it doesn't. He might be a lot shorter than me than I am, but he has guts. I'll give him that. He does have a little bit of respect for him on that count. But that's where my phrase comes to an end. On every other count, he's unbearable.
It's too late. You're bothering me already, and everyone else too, as I said. If you persist in this behavior, I'll have to exercise my authority as head of the student council and ask you to leave. It's nothing personal. I'm just trying to uphold the peace in our academy. You understand that, don't you?
Don't worry about that. You don't escort me on the premises. I can tell when I'm not wanted.
Well, I would hope so. I did rather make it plain.
This Finch. When it comes to act like slightly less like a dick. You sure aren't pulling any punches, but I am pulling mine. I paused by Sugawara and murmured in a whisper low enough only he can hear.
Just keep in mind, I'm a lot bigger than you are. To keep pissing me off like that, like this, I will end you.
I hope that this might make Sugawara realize how dire this switch really is, but it doesn't even have the desired effect. He doesn't look uneasy at all. Instead, he frowns.
I apologize if I'm misunderstanding, but was that supposed to be a threat?
Do you need to freaking around and find out?
Not particularly, no. If you do make good on those threats, things will end very poorly for you, and they will for me. You do know that, don't you?
That's what it boils down to, isn't it? Can't do anything to Sugawara, no matter how much I might wanna, because that fault won't be worth it. It's annoying. I'm being defeat to a guy like this, but just you wait. I'm not able to do anything now. But why would you try your luck outside the school? Let's see what happens then. There'll be any teachers to bail you out then.
Piss me off again, and you're dead. Well, that might not be so bad. I get a bit of reprieve from all my dues that way. Being the student council teacher is rather exhausting.
Damn, he really doesn't give a shit. Perhaps there's being a steal or something. At this point, I'm almost starting to respect him. Not that it means that I like him or anything. You know, I get the feeling that, like, if he really does like Reo, maybe, like, a part of him is, like, really hurting. And he's like, you know what, just end me already. Yeah, start swinging. I mean, I don't. So there. Well, Greg is sick of having too many responsibilities. Feel free to talk to me. I don't mind putting you in the hospital for a day or two.
I'll give it some serious consideration.
I snort. Weirdo. Just with this last-ditch remark, you know, I have to admit it's not one of my finest, that I leave. I don't want to hang around in the library a second longer. Not with a guy like Sugawara. Nobody annoys me like he does. Gee, I wonder why. In the end, I don't wind up doing much anything during lunch break. I don't have time for it. Not with each enemy's attempt to let me down gently, and I ran with Mr. Perfect in the library. The bell for next lesson rings not long after I get back to the classroom, which was any chance I might have had to pick up a sandwich from the cafeteria. As a result,
I'm pretty hungry during the last couple of lessons of the day. My stomach keeps rumbling throughout my geography lesson in a way which is mildly concerning. It's rumbling so loudly, in fact, that Haruka, who's next to me, keeps shooting me anxious looks. Maybe she's afraid that my rumbling stomach is actually starting of like an almighty earthquake. It'd be fitting since Mr. Ishida is droning on about natural disasters. That's a relief when the final bell rings, signaling the end of the school day. When, Juan, I remember them. I think this is how they're gonna meet in the very the unique circumstances. Please, I want to get to the juicy bit. I get to my feet in a double quick time, then hold my bag over my shoulder. Yeah, 'cause if Reo's hungry, he's gonna have to go somewhere to eat. You know where I'm going with this, right, Chirps? I have half a mind to stop at a convenience store on my way back to put some food in my empty, aching tummy, but I decide against it. I need to pick up Shin and Shoei from preschool first, and the preschool is in the exact opposite direction to the nearest convenience store. My brothers always come before my own needs. That's the bare minimum you gotta do if you want to be half a decent older brother. I pick up my brothers from preschool. In any case, we head back home together. Hitomi's not back when we get in. I think she said she's going to grocery shopping after school. And Aria's dad. But that's not a surprise. He said he was going to be late at breakfast. I just hope his boss doesn't keep him, back too long. I'll be fighting dinner later. Shin and Shoei are still kids, and they still have their dinner by 6 at the latest. They start complaining. My stomach's feeling pretty empty at the moment, and I'm kind of missing out on lunch. I never get a chance to swing by the convenience store. Well, at least I have Shin and Shoei to keep my mind off my rumbling in my belly. I watched the TV with the twins for a while. Somebody needs to keep an eye on them. Until I heard a distinctive sound, the front door clicking, and then a worry. I'm home.
Ooh, sis, welcome back.
It's good to be back. I'm pretty tired. That movement from Hitomi, that kind of caught me off guard. Hitomi yawns, then pauses by the living room. I see her sticking her head past the door frame, her hands weighed down with shopping bags. Phew, you sure have a huge haul. What's the occasion? There was a special offer on tofu at the supermarket. Buy one, get one free. I couldn't resist.
Ah, I see.
I eyed the bulging bags in my little sister's hands with some trepidation. Are they all filled with tofu then? It's not that I dislike tofu. I'm not too old to be a picky eater, apart from where broccoli is concerned. We tend to eat a lot, mostly because it's so cheap. Jimmy does most of the cooking. I should pretty aggressive in her use of tofu. We have to use it as a meat substitute in a lot of dishes. Jimmy's good at flavoring tofu, so it never tastes bland. I've gotten a bit tired of the texture. It's a little bit too soft. I like to eat some actual meat, but that's probably not viable at the moment. Costs too much money. Don't be stupid, Reo. Of course I didn't just buy tofu. We're running out of eggs too, and milk. I was able to get some cabbage for cheap, since it was about to expire. We don't have carrots too. We have carrots too and mushrooms. Oh, and broccoli.
Ugh, not broccoli. Bleh.
Yes, broccoli. You're almost 18, Reo. You're too old to turn your nose up at vegetables like that. You need to grow up.
That's right, you gotta grow up. That's okay, big bro. I don't like broccoli either.
There's something a little sad about being counseled by a 4-year-old. At this point, I'll take any ally I can get. There, you see? Chai doesn't like broccoli either. It's 2-1. Shoei is a child, and you are an adult. You need to start setting a better example.
Yeah, you gotta grow up, big bro. I don't mind eating broccoli. It's good for me. It says it'll make me big and strong. That'll get so big, I'll be able to beat up you, bro. Now, why would you want to beat me up? What did I ever do to you, you little squirt? You broke my Mr. Robot. You snapped his arm off.
Oh, right.
I guess that did happen. I was playing with the twins a couple of weeks ago. I might have got a little too into it. Aw, that's sweet. Her playtime got pretty violent, and there were, regrettably, some casualties. Shin's Mr. Robot among them. My superglues aren't back, but that messed with his mobility. The arm can't pose like it could. Shin's not been playing with Mr. Robot half as much since then. I guess it's hard for him to see Mr. Robot. I guess it's hard for him to see Mr. Robot as an all-powerful alien killer when his arm can be popped out of his socket so easily. Is that what they're calling ruining the suspension of disbelief? I'm sorry, Shin. It was an accident, though. You know I never hurt Mr. Robot on purpose. Doesn't matter if it was on purpose. You still did it. Punish Mr. Robot, not me. Alright. Get him out and apologize. And go down on my hands and knees if you want. I would, but I don't know where he is. Oh, I see. So you loved Mr. Ross so much that you lost him. You're not helping your case here, kiddo. Maybe Shin should have lost Mr. Robot if you hadn't broken him in the first place. Now that I'm going to start on dinner, it doesn't look like Dad's going to be back anytime soon. The twins will probably get hungry soon. Keep an eye on them for me, won't you, Reo? Don't let them into the kitchen. I don't want them getting under my feet. Aye. You can count on me. I give it to me a salute and offer to hunt for Mr. Robot with Shin. That seems like a good way of keeping him occupied, while Hitami gets to work making another tofu dish. Maybe I should push the boat out today, and we'll have tofu and broccoli. I could barely contain my excitement. I've never been scouring the living room for much more than 3 minutes, however, when I hear the front door click for the second time. Is that Dad? Didn't he say we'd be back until later? It's still pretty early, though. Something happened. What does Boss want to talk to him about, anyway? I'm a little worried, but Dad doesn't sound bothered as he cries out from the hallway. Hello, everyone. Your wonderful, smart, incredible, handsome father is back. Dad! Shin was in the middle of searching beneath the couch for Mr. Robot, but he scrambles his feet when Dad comes back or spout into the hallway. Shy follows suit with a similar smile, and I hear a pink oof from the hallway as both twins leap on him. Alright, you two, watch it. You're both getting to such big boys. You'll bowl me over before you're not careful. It's all I can do to keep all my feet here. Sorry, Dad. Yeah, Dad, sorry, we just missed you, is all. Welcome home. Yeah, welcome home. It's good to be home. All the more that I've seen the both of you. Dad laughs, and heads over to the living room. Shin and Yaoi trailing in his wake. I guess he took off his coat already at the door. And his shoes, too. Dad sinks onto the floor cross-legged and looks at me. Then, he shoots me a smile. Hey, Reo. How was your day? Good, thanks. And you? Did something good happen? Oh yeah, I have something I need to tell you. But first... Dad cocks his head towards the direction of the door, then says, Hey, Hitami. If you may start on dinner, you need a bother. I have other plans today. Plans? I hear the sound of the kitchen door slamming shut with a thud, then the patter of footsteps. What plans? Well, about that. Dad smiles and passes a seat beside him. Why don't you come and sit down? There's something I need to tell you first. Well, I did have some eggs I wanted to use before they expired. But, alright. Just something good happened. You could say that, I guess. You see, your smart, capable, and devilishly good-looking father just got promoted at work. Oh, I was expecting that. Didn't think Dad was either. He's looking pretty anxious earlier this morning. We all had breakfast together. And he was worried he'd get fired. I was a little worried about that myself, come to think of it. It's good to know that the worst case scenario didn't come to pass. I don't know what it is that Dad does at this company exactly. He's busting his ass these last 2 years. If anyone deserves a promotion, he does. and a healthy pea raised alongside it. Speaking of which, does this mean you're gonna take home more money?
Does indeed. My salary's been getting a pretty healthy bump.
Wow, that's great news. Congrats!
I'm happy for Dad, of course, but I'm also happy for the rest of us. We had to live pretty frugally this last 3 years, when Dad's pretty sad. Sorry. As a result, I've become more adept at scouting out deals at the local supermarket than any housewife. We don't buy eggs or milk until they're on offer, 1 or 2 days away from their expiry date. We bulk out a lot of meals, rice and miso soup. Meat's a luxury in our household. Chicken's not so bad, as it tends to be fairly cheap, especially if you can grab it at a discount. But finer stuff like beef and no-go, not unless they happen to have some extra cash stowed away and we feel like slurping. We hardly ever go out to eat, and Shannon and Yaoi have been wearing my old clothes and playing with my old toys. Our life ain't exactly fancy, but we still wind up cutting it close when it comes to paying the bills at the end of every month. Having a bit more money to play around with takes a bit of a load off my shoulders. I don't think I ever realized how stressed I was about our financial situation until today. This news is way more relief than I thought it'd be. Well, thanks. My new salary isn't much to write at home about, mind. We'll be a lot more off than we were, but we can't start living like kings. We'll need to still budget pretty carefully, but it should give us a bit more wiggle room.
Oh, do we have our money now, Dad? Are we rich? Does that mean you could buy me a new robot? And a new car? And some new dinosaurs?
Well, we'll see. I don't know if we'll be able to buy all those toys, but a few new dinosaurs wouldn't break the bank, I guess. And what about your hours? You won't be expected to stay at the office even longer, will you?
Maybe that he didn't mean to cut to the chase.
For a 13-year-old, she has her head screwed on straight.
Except for the instance where she pokes fun at me for my crush on Chibi. Of course. She seems like it's the height of hilarity that I like Chibi so much that I have no idea why. Chibi was perfectly nice. In fact, she's more than nice. She's downright adorable.
Well, about that. I still need to hash out this with my boss, but I think I might want to take on some extra hours. Hope you don't mind too much, kiddos. I know I have not been around as much as it is, but I simply can't turn down this promotion. I don't want to disappoint my boss, and an extra rank will help, no matter how much it might be. I don't want to scare you. Things have been pretty tight. I was starting to worry about how it would keep going. Well, I know that. Me and Reo are the only ones who do all the grocery shopping, and I'm the one who keeps tabs on our finances. The extra money would be a big help, but I don't know if it's worth sacrificing your health. I don't want you to work yourself to death. We'll look after Shin and Yaoi then.
What? Are you sick, Dad? You're not really going to die, are you?
Oh no, not at all. Don't worry about me. I'm as fit as a fiddle. There's nothing I can't do, not if I put my mind to it. I know you're concerned to me, but this really will be the best. Try to have a bit more faith in your old man. Henry doesn't look entirely convinced, but she doesn't pursue the issue. Instead, she sighs, then says, Alright, I have faith in you. Congratulations on your promotion, Dad. Just trying to take on too much work. And don't stretch it off too much. I can't make any promises there. Dad. But I'll do my best. I might be your own man, but I'm not ancient just yet. There's still a lot of fight left in me. I'm going to prove to my boss that he was right to give me the promotion. I won't let him doubt his decision. And that's right, Dad. I know you can do it. Enjoy about Shin and Yaoi. Me and Hitsumi can keep taking your things. Isn't that right? Well, it's not like I have much of a choice.
Hey, you don't have to look after us. That's right, we can look after ourselves. We're grown-ups now. We're adults, just like Dad. We'll be fine.
You're so as determined as I am, the two of you. I really have raised a triple. A smart, talented, selfish sons.
Wait, so they are triplets then? It
can't say triple like that, Dad. I can't? No, but I guess it doesn't matter. What are your plans for dinner then? Do you want to go out somewhere? That was the idea. Yeah, I know, I said if times are hard, but it's not every day your Omega is promoted. Either this calls for a celebratory meal. And where do you suggest that we go? It's not like we can afford to go to a fancy restaurant.
I want to go to Petite Jardin. Me too. I want almond rice.
That's a family restaurant though. There's nothing special about it. Last time I went to Petite Jardin with Mikan. The steak gave me poisoning. I was sick for days.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Weren't you lying in your futon, all flushed and sweaty, begging for the sweet release of death?
I never seemed so out of it.
You actually had to rely on me for once, just like a real little sister.
Well, I'm very sorry. I'm too mature to be a proper little sister for you. Whatever that means. Oh no, I think we would be giving Petite Jardin a miss. I don't think it's quite upmarket enough. A fast food would be more fitting. I haven't had good Italian food in a while, but that might be slightly out of my budget. I wouldn't want to break the bank, but this is a pretty nice place nearby, which isn't too expensive. I think we should go there.
What kind of place will we be going? Where could they possibly be going? Please be the meat cafe. And the place is?
I have a sneaky suspicion, knowing what I know my dad's,
quite frankly, peculiar tastes. But...
yeah, that's for me to know, and you to find out. I'm sure you'll all love it though. There's no better restaurant on all of Oroshima.
Half an hour later... Please.
Good evening, Masters, and welcome to our 4th season. It's a pleasure to see you. I hope that you enjoy your stay here.
Yeah. So that's the dad's tease. He's a man of culture. I'm not surprised with turn events. Not even a little bit. I knew. The moment Dad started talking about a nice restaurant, exactly what he was talking about. This is the only place Dad ever takes us when he wants to celebrate. Not because the food's any good, because it isn't. Because it's good value for money. Or not because it's good value for money. In my opinion, it's way overpriced. Because of the outfits the waitresses have to wear. Yep. Man of culture. My dad can be pretty shy about this kind of things. Shamelessly so, in fact. Give him a break. He has to work and support you guys. Let him live a little. You sometimes think that he was the horny teenage boy in our household. Not me. Based on his taste. My dad's a nice guy for the most part. But when it comes to frilly dresses and knee socks, well, he's a total sucker for it. Well, maybe he just likes cute things. He just likes seeing cute stuff, adorable things. Doesn't have to be sus. As I predicted, Dad dragged us out to 4 seasons, a place which doesn't quite fit the label of a family restaurant, despite the food being on a similar par to the stuff at Petite Jardin. 4 seasons actually has one more common with the maid cafe than does your everyday family restaurant. The waitresses, though I guess they're more like maids, wear these like roughly outfits with puffy sleeves and short skirts. Kenny says, I need to go now. I need to go to sleep. Good night, my Vtuber Nivni. Good night, Kenny. Here's a good night kiss on the forehead. Take care. Stay safe. Stay nifty. Have a good night's sleep. And don't overstress at work. The maids wear white knee socks too, to complete the look, and frilly headbands. Yeah, Kenny. Thank you for coming for the stream. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. I appreciate your time and company. Bye. That's cute enough, guess, but I don't have strong feelings about it. Now, if Shinmi was thought up in an outfit like that, it'd be a different matter altogether. But Shinmi doesn't work after 4 seasons. None of my classmates do, as far as I know, which is probably for the best. This place is mostly visited by older guys who are like 30 plus. I think most of them come to stare at the maids. 4 seasons isn't a popular place for teens on account of how pricey everything on the menu is. Not to mention the sheer awkwardness factor. I think it's a pretty major secondhand embarrassment looking at our poor waitress as she shows up to our table. 4 seasons isn't a popular place for families either. Again, because of the prices and the outfits. This is the sort of area that attracts a particular kind of audience, I guess you could say.
Thank you, Emery. You're always good to me whenever I come here. I always know I can rely on you.
And by a particular audience, I mean people like my dad. Man, my kid has been lonely ever since Mom died. But does he really have to indulge in his love for all things cute and frilly so openly?
Dad, please.
Hitomi seems to be thinking the same thing I am, but she scowls as she takes a seat at our table.
Do you have to look at the waitresses like that? Like what? You know what.
Keep staring at them, like, I don't know, like you're mentally undressing them or something. It's creepy. Hi there. Watching cakes? Want a kiss? Yaoi? Yep. It's Yaoi.
What? It doesn't seem like that, does it?
It totally does. Isn't that right, Reo? Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but Hitomi has a point. You're not being very subtle.
See? You gotta stop being such a weirdo. It makes it awkward too. Like, go out and eat out with you. Speaking of which, why would I have come to 4 seasons anyway? Food's not even that good.
I like the food. Omelet rice is good. Me too. It's really yummy.
There, you see? You might not like 4 seasons very much, you two, but Shin and Shoei do.
What a case. Oh my god, I love Yaoi so much. Thank you very much for playing. I like it a lot. It's fun when the nice big sisters write on my omelet and ketchup. Ooh, like drawing heart-big ketchup. It's the best. They don't do that anywhere else. Now I asked them to write mining today. I could do that too. But I'd rather they drew me a picture. Like a heart, you know? No, that's too girly. I want to draw something cool, like a dinosaur.
A dinosaur might be a bit difficult for poor Emery. They're very big. Your almost quite small. Do you think it's time for a dog instead?
Dog isn't cool as a dinosaur. It doesn't have many teeth. It's not for your like boys measure how cool something is. By number of teeth it is. I guess I learned something new today. But I guess that's fine. You're gonna have a dog, then I'll have a cat. What? Our cat's kind of girly too. Now they scratch you. Cats be pretty cool too. I guess.
I'm sure Emery will be happy to draw both on your omelets. Just don't give her too many instructions. She's a waitress, not an artist.
Yes, Dad. We'll be good.
Good. That's all I can ask for. You're both a lot more agreeable than those 2 grumps over there, at least.
Because these two grumps, they're not like, they're not naive. That ruffles my brother's heads while Shin and Shoei laugh. Hitomi meanwhile sighs.
Whatever. We're here. Might as well stay here. I still don't like this place. Next time you want to eat out, can we go somewhere actually fancy? The fancy places are even more expensive. But I'll keep it in mind. I wouldn't want to let Emery down, though. Now I come here so often. I'm something irregular.
And he says it proudly.
She'd be heartbroken if she heard we were defected to the seaside cafe, and the witches' outfits aren't as cute there either. Please, there's more to life than cuteness.
Aren't you just saying that, sis, because you're not cute yourself? Yeah, you're even scarier than a dinosaur. And your teeth are just as pointy. You always get so mad. Why you? Hitami glowers at our younger brothers, who shrink away from her shrieking. Samuel tries to intervene.
Now, let's not argue. You three. Not while we're in public. You disrupt the waitresses. They're trying to work. Oh, yes, let's all think about the waitresses. Poor Emery wouldn't be beside herself if she ever dared to distract her. Well, she would. She's quite delicate, you know. I've talked to her a bit. And I don't care. You're way too old shining up for the waitress here, Dad. Get a grip. I haven't been chatting her up. I just had a few friend conversations with her. That's all.
Hey, big bro. What's up? Big sis sounds real mad. I don't know why. What does chatting up mean? Well, about that. How am I supposed to reply to that? That's, kind of complicated.
I'll tell you when you get older.
But I want to know now. Me too. I want to be left out. What are you talking about? Well, I'm starting to feel like I've been backed into the corner. When the sound of approaching heels grabs my brother's attention. Saved by the bell.
Good evening. My name is Yuko, and I'll be taking your order. Do you know what you want?
Oh, talk about you saving the nickel time. The glass of our maid. Yuko, didn't she say her name was? I'm going to try out my order. When? What? Huh? I stare. I can't help myself. I sure seen this me somewhere before. Could she be? Yes, that's right. There's no mistaking it. This has to be Sugawara. He might look like a girl with his long hair. Is that a wig? And his frilly dress. But his face is way too familiar for this to be coincidence. Unless Sugawara has a twin sister who's identical to him in absolute every way imaginable, that's gotta be him. So, the student council prez at Okubo Academy has been moonlight as a waitress at Four Seasons. Who would thunk it? I certainly would have. This really is a twist. It's such a twist. In fact, I can't stop myself from staring. I'm so busy gawping that Hitami has to nudge me aside to get my attention.
Hey, Reo, aren't you gonna order? You're like calling the rest of us.
Oh, right. I start, then glance at Sugawara.
It looks like he's gone over his shock, at least. His eyes aren't as wide anymore, but his face is still red. Like he's staring pointedly in the opposite direction next to me.
This country said,
there's no way else it could be. It really is frickin' Sugawara Yuuma. I mean, why else would be acting like this?
I'm sorry about that, sis. I'm just a little surprised, that's all.
Surprised about what?
Well... Hitami looks between me and abashed Sugawara. I didn't know the council press could blush like that. I thought he was immune to embarrassment. And to human emotions in general. I guess he's not so uptight after all. I think Sugawara looks gorgeous.
That's nice, Daryl.
I wish I hadn't discovered this while seeing him in a frickin' maid's dress.
Hey, Reo, do you know this waitress? You do?
Well...
Are you and this waitress friends, Reo? I didn't know that.
Friends might be going a bit too far. I think Sir would have, robbed me if I started calling him my friend.
For what it's worth, I have no interest in being his friend either. I think it's unbearable, no matter what he's wearing. Sure, that dress looks good on him.
That doesn't make him up for his rotten personality. I had to say that out loud.
I do know him, though.
He's one of my classmates.
He?
He frowns.
Are you blind, Reo? There's no way this waitress is a guy.
You'd be surprised. Sugawara here is actually
one of Fujibayashi's classmates.
Sarah cuts in with an icily polite smile,
which could freeze molten lava. I have a cousin who looks a lot like me. Fujibayashi must be mixing us up. I mean, there's just no way around Yuuma will be work at an establishment like this. That is preposterous.
Yeah. Where we stay,
Sugawara.
Not stupid not to swallow this story. My family seemed convinced enough. Decided to go to my school, so I can't exactly call Sugawara's bluff. Plus, he looks so convincing as a girl. It really is hard to imagine he might be anything else otherwise.
Oh, I see. Gotta observe, Reo. It's rude to make mistakes like that. Sure, pause, Yuko. You're making things awkward. Yes, that's right. Real men don't make rude accusations about young ladies like that. Your mother will be up in heaven, be rolling in her grave.
Mom is in her grave, though. You cremated her. Real, you wonder why you haven't won Shinami's heart. I murdered this ridiculously under my breath.
Sugawara lightly says, "Oh no, it's alright. I don't mind really. It's an easy enough mistake to make. My cousin and I do very much look alike."
Well, duh. Of course they look alike. How can they not when they're quite literally the same person?
Actually, there's something I've been meaning to discuss with Fujibayashi for a while. I wanted to talk to him about in school earlier, but I didn't have the chance. I know you all come here to eat. Would you mind too much if I asked to borrow him for a little while? I promise I won't take very long.
Huh. I scowl. I think I'm gonna have a cozy chat with you, Sugawara, and you have another. Then coming in is what I have to say. My dad beats you to punch.
Of course that's fine. I don't mind at all. You two ought to have your little chat when it comes to between you. Not when young love is in the air.
What? Dad! Things aren't like that. Not with me and Sugawara. We hardly know one another. Wait, so you're open to the possibility that you could be a thing, but you're just claiming you don't know each other. We got him. I say just friends, but that's not even true. We're not even acquaintances.
I think you're protesting too much, Reo. Why are you so flustered?
I'm not just saying like it is. I mean, she's a complete stranger.
Well then, that's all the reason for you two to have a chat, isn't it? I think it would be good for you to make more friends, Reo.
I don't need more friends. I have the guys on the soccer team, and I have Shinami too. I'm all friend out at the moment. I'm not accepting any more further applications. Sorry, Sugawara. Shit out of luck. Hey, that's a bad word. Big bro said a bad word. Only bad men say bad words. You're gonna go to prison, big bro. You're gonna get arrested. It's a nice link would arrest you. You're very, very pretty, big sis. Aww.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm glad you think so. But please, don't tease Fujibayashi too much. He's right. We aren't particularly close. We really are just acquaintances. I actually want to ask him something about our group project we've been working on for geography class. That's all. It's nothing salacious, so please don't get any ideas. I'm not interested in him. Not like that. Oh, now that's straight to the point. Tough luck, Reo. I guess we stuck pining after Chibi from afar then.
Hey, I have nothing pining.
You could have fooled me.
Big Bro's been pining. He's pining. That's for a pencil, baby. Right, that's enough out of you two. Knock that off.
I don't want to spend any more time with Sugawara. I might came out here to eat. If Fad's been so obnoxious, I started thinking he might be the lesser two evils. At least he's a little less briefly sadistic to me. Shall we head off? Yes, that sounds like a good plan. Thank you, Fujibayashi, for being so reasonable. And thank you too, Mr. Fujibayashi, for letting me purloin your son for a little while. It's appreciated. Oh, don't mention it. Purloin away. I don't know why my son's being so awkward. I jump at the chance to spend some time with a pretty girl like you. Provided I was 20 years younger, of course.
That sounds you referring with Ime. You're all over her.
Oh, do you know Miss Kato? Well, just a little bit. She tends to serve me when I come here, and we talk a little. She's a good girl. She's very kind, yes. She taught me a lot when I first started working here.
Hi there.
If you like, I can ask Miss Kato to take her order in my iced tea, so you're not waiting too long. That'd be great. Thank you. I can see you're not just pretty, also very considerate yourself. You really struck gold here, son. Don't mess us up.
Dad, please, weren't you listening? We're not friends. We're just
classmates. Yes, I know. Don't come out bashful now, though. Faint heart. Never won fair lady.
I guess that's a valid saying. That's completely inapplicable to this situation. For starters, Sugawara isn't my type. I mean, he isn't the right gender. There's not a way like anything will work out between us. This is so stupid.
Now, get out there and break a leg. I'll be rooting for you.
Me too. Good luck, Reo. You need it. Good luck. You can do it.
Just try not to screw things up too much. Oh, and here's a bit of advice. Most girls will like it when you start cursing at them.
Shove it.
I read the urge to flip hitting me off. That's back to Sugawara, who...
Nope. I just checked, and definitely still isn't a girl. I mean, duh. I don't know what you're gonna talk about exactly. There's no point in standing around here. Let's hightail it.
You read my mind. It's all becoming rather awkward.
Sugawara thanks my family yet again, then heads off. He leaves me through the restaurant at a brisk clip, in heels, which strikes against the laminate floor with a series of regular talks. He pauses by the counter to ask Imri if she mind managing our table for a little bit, then gestures for me to follow him through a door out back. I felt obedient enough, and Sugawara eventually leads the pair of us outdoors to a dingy alleyway. While the front of the restaurant looks pretty nice, the back is way grottier. This must be like a leaking pipe somewhere, because I can hear continued drip, drip, drip as some sort of moisture splashes instantly against the ground. It's not the nicest place to have a chat, but I guess the location doesn't matter too much. I'm more concerned with Sugawara. Alright, I'm gonna agree with you. I have no idea what the frick is going on right now. Why are you working here? Why are you wearing a dress? You don't have, like, some secret alter ego, do you?
This is supposed to be a secret. But I don't have an alter ego, no. I don't feel any particular attachment to this outfit. It's quite the opposite, in fact. I wouldn't be dressed like this if I had a choice. Trust me.
Right. I guess I should have known. It should be obvious that Sugawara Yuuma, the super serious head of the student council, Well, maybe dress up like a girl on his own off time for a laugh. Sugawara isn't really the sort of guy who laughs full stop. I don't think I've ever seen him smile before, when I think of it. Not that we spent all that much time together. Don't you have like a choice then, when it comes to... I would have vaguely in Sugawara's direction. All this?
Sadly, no.
Did somebody force you to dress like this then? How? You didn't lose some sort of bet, did you?
Of course not. I would never make a bet with consequences this disastrous. I might look like a fool right now, but I'm not an idiot.
Wow, the Sugawara's starting to sound feisty. That's funny coming from a guy in a dress, but it's kind of cool too. I'll give Sugawara this, I guess. It's quite gutsy.
If I lost anything, it's a genetic lottery.
Genetics? I look Sugawara up and down in a fairly dress of his. But is it really his? I'm starting to have some doubts and frown. I don't tend to find guys good looking, but Sugawara doesn't look bad in that outfit. Maybe because he looks so convincingly girly. I wouldn't exactly call him handsome, but he's definitely cute. I always thought you two were pretty fortunate on that front myself. I mean, aren't you girls swooning over you all the time?
That is something I've noticed. Yes. Not that I have much patience for such affairs. I'm a very busy man.
Busy crotches, you mean?
I wish I wasn't. This isn't something I have any desire to do. It's all my cousin's idea.
Your cousin?
Yes. That's what I meant by losing the genetic lottery. I wasn't talking about myself. I was talking about my relatives. I live with my older cousin, and he owns this cafe. I don't work here very often. I don't want to. I have my work to do with the student council and my studies. It takes up time. The waitress takes time off sometimes though, and when that happens...
Ah, and then I begin to see how all this went down. To get roping to help.
Well, what do you think?
Sugawara scowls.
I know some people might enjoy wearing clothes like this, which is fair enough. I'm not here to judge other people's lifestyles. Not if it makes them happy. This doesn't make me happy though. It's all rather awkward.
I get that, yeah. Hell, I can't even get why your cousin would ask you to help if he's been having problems. Why are you sticking the outfit though? Try to give me like a button-down shirt and a pair of trousers.
That is precisely why I asked. But Ayami was insistent.
I guess Ayami is named Sugawara's like older cousin. I don't know if I ever met the guy before. I've seen him behind the counter 4 seasons, where he sounds like a pain in the ass. Hell, he might be even worse than Sugawara. And that's saying something.
He said that the shirts and trousers don't suit his aesthetic senses.
And by aesthetics, he means
short skirts and ruffled headbands. Quite right there. Ayami doesn't have any much strong opinions. That's about politics, about education, or, in the consequence, really gets this glazed over look on his face, like a cow. These are the only thing he has a strong opinion about. Well, that and his cafe too. It's his life work, or so he says. He saved a fair bit to put this place together. He's very particular about it. He wants everything to match his vision, and interior decor to the menu.
Sugawara gives this hem of his dress under a tug.
To the outfits the waitress wear.
I had to wonder about that. I've been to 4 seasons a few times, and I think I've been served by a guy.
Well, you wouldn't. 4 seasons hired any male staff. Yami says they're, and I quote, a huge turnoff. That's why I have to dress up like this, in a stupid dress.
Sugawara gives the skirt under a tug.
And in this stupid wig. It's such a nuisance. I really can't stand working here. Now when Yami insists I have to play the part, I don't have much choice. I've always been good to me over the years. So I feel like I owe him. He does me pretty well. I don't know if any amount of money is worth these indignities.
Another sigh.
But family is family. Ayami might be a bit peculiar.
That sounds like an understatement if I ever heard one.
But I do want to help him. I just wish the help he wanted wasn't so weird.
It sounds like your cousin put you through a lot of awful shit. As far as you haven't rejected one.
Why would I do that? Violence can't solve any problems. It only creates new ones.
You don't use enough force, maybe. You get a few good punches then. I bet your cousin would think twice about pissing you off again if you give him a bloody nose.
Yes, I'm sure he would. But I don't think that would solve anything.
It solved the whole being forced to wear a dress thing, wouldn't it?
Yes, but then Ayami might kick me out, and I'd be homeless. That doesn't quite sound like a very beneficial outcome for anybody involved.
I'm sure he wouldn't. Have more faith in him. He's your cousin. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Reo, he's actually being decent. He's actually, he's talking to Sugawara, like a human being, rather than like a freaking clown.
He is, yes. And it's precisely because he's my cousin I want to help him, no matter how humiliating it might be. I feel like I owe him.
Good night, sis. Good night, chicken wings. Good night, dead man. Thanks for listening or watching. I appreciate your time and company. Mahalo. I'll see you next time, dead man. Take care. Safe, nifty, and stay chirpy. I might cut this, I might end this soon. Yeah, because I just been like, fighting at the bit to reach this part when they finally meet in this circumstance. I feel kind of bad now, because yeah, Sugawara, he doesn't want to dress up like this. He's not comfortable with it. I mean, yeah, he looks adorable in it, but that's not who he sees himself as. Nemesis, love your stream. Thanks, Deadman. Yeah, just say. I shrug. Hello. That's what you do? Then do it. It's your funeral.
You're misunderstanding. I don't want to do this. I just said that.
You did, yeah. But you can't be all that hung up about it, going along with it. There are things you could do to stop this. You're just too cowardly to actually do them.
I'm not a coward. I'm not a barbarian, that's all. I'm not like you. You might think using violence to solve all your problems is well and good. But I prefer to manage things in a more cerebral manner.
Hi, Bravo. Bravo says if I'm not mistaken, Yaoi is Buela, right? Yeah, it's like, lesbians and then like gays. So glad you could drop in, Bravo. I think I'm gonna cut this, I'm gonna end the stream soon for this part 1. Because yeah, I just wanted to read this part. I was excited to see Sugawara here in like, in his maid outfit. But apparently he's being like, yeah, he feels compelled to wear it because he has to like, I guess he feels like he owes his cousin who owns the maid cafe. And so yeah, since he doesn't want like any like seemingly male servers around his cafe, he told Sugawara that, yeah, since you pass as a woman, I want you to wear the maid outfit. And also like Reo here, the guy with the red hair, he's kind of a jerk, but he seems to be almost gelling well with Sugawara now. I don't know what that means.
Big surprise.
But these cerebral methods of yours ain't worth shit. Not if you're still stuck in that stupid dress.
I would rather wear a dress than I would put my older cousin in the hospital. If that's what you're trying to suggest.
See? You're already giving in. You're taking the path of least resistance. Just cause it'll save you some of the fallout.
You're a coward. and you are insufferable.
You're in no position to give me advice. You know the first thing about me. Maybe not, but I do know what you work at 4 seasons. And you dress up in a cute maid outfit when you're doing it. I said, yeah, you and I have got pretty well acquainted over the last few minutes. Now, I wonder how many of our classmates know about this?
What? Why you?
Sarah takes a shocked step back and glares at me. Wow, Reo, you're approaching DC and now you're back to being an ass.
You wouldn't tell anyone.
You can't. Oh, can't I? You need to tell me what to do, huh? You might be the student council's president. Right now, just a waitress. Aren't you supposed to be serving me?
Obstinately, yes. But we're outside the restaurant now, you dick. I don't owe you anything.
Oh yeah? Not so bad. I was hoping to work something out for the sake of your reputation. It's pretty good from what I gathered. But... I sigh in an exaggerated manner, then shake my head. Maybe I want to play nice. That's your problem, not mine. I don't want to be unreasonable. I want to be reasonable, but... I whip out my phone from my pocket, then took a snapshot of him. What an asshole. That'll teach him. Because there's nothing to stop me from sharing this pic with everybody in our class. Now, I wonder what they'll think about this. I'm sure it'll be like a lot to take in.
What? You wouldn't show that photo to people. It would ruin me.
I know it would. That's like kind of the whole idea.
What? Why would you do that? What have I ever done to you?
Oh, gee, I wonder. Let me think. It was you, wasn't it? Brought me out to Miss Miyazumi. Cause you caught me cheating on our last history test.
It was, but...
And it was you constigating my face being late to class, right?
Well, yes, but...
And it's you who's always scolding me about my uniform too. It's almost like you want me to get expelled. Well, I think it's high time I return the favor.
Now I got some dirt on you.
I did not use it. I'm not that nice.
You pissed me off too many times. Oh yes, but right back at you, annoy me too. All the time, in fact. You're lazy, underhanded, you have a poor work ethic. You can never condone your slipshod behavior. You're a disgrace to Okubo Academy.
Says the guy is wearing a dress. You have some real audacity. Did you know that?
At least I have some class. You, on the other hand...
Yeah, I'm a barbarian. I know, I heard you the first time. I heard that I'm not half as popular with the ladies as you are. Speaking of which... I wonder what your fan club would think about this. Make you more popular, do you think? Or less? I know some girls are into guys in dresses. I might give a bit of a popularity boost.
That isn't what will happen, and you know it. I'll be turned into a joke. The headmaster finds out.
I don't think he'd like it very much. Yeah, there's no way he'd be able to stay on the student council after this. Heck, forget the student council. Would you get expelled? Wow, someone get expelled just because they're wearing a dress? Nah, that'd be a hoot. Can't imagine if I got you kicked out. This shoe would be on our foot then.
Why you...
Sarah grits his teeth together in impotent rage. He looks so worked up. His eyes are actually starting to bead with tears. This guy had been such a perpetual pain in my side for such an annoying long time. I might feel sorry for him, but I don't feel very much sympathy for Sugawara. He's brought me out to the teacher for one too many times. Well, that's going to taste only medicine. Sora tries to swipe my phone from my hand, but it's no use. Sora's shorter than I am, and I'm able to hold it out from his reach with ease. Well, easy now. I thought you said it was barbaric to resort to violence. Whatever happened to selling things in a cerebral manner? Hmm?
Oh, just fuck off. You're trying my patience, Fujibayashi. Just give me my phone and...
Whose upper hand? I scoff. Sorry, but no, I don't think I'll be doing that. Grace might not be as good as yours. Then again, nobody's are. But I'm not a complete dummy, no? I'm not getting the upper hand. Not that I'd be able to, in that getup. Do you think I'm ever gonna take you seriously ever again?
Like you're ever taking me seriously, you always ignore me.
And that did touch your nerves, Sugawara. They hurt your precious princely ego.
You wish. I can half shit what you think of me. You don't think of me at all. I'm just trying to shape you to a halfway decent human being. You should be thanking me.
For what? Making my life miserable? There's no way. I'm not gonna thank you for shit. No, you're sure keep being rude to me. You can keep this tough guy shtick up, which is kind of impressive. I guess, since you're wearing swimming frills, I really will spread this photo around. I mean, I'm not bluffing. Sugawara falls silent. He scowls. Then with face he mumbles.
I'd rather not strike a deal with the likes of you. But you twisted my arm. This is very irritating, but is there anything I could do to persuade you to delete that photo? I'm prepared to listen to any request you might have. Within reason, of course.
Oh, I think I know what's plenty reasonable. It's not you. I want you to set you fire to the score or anything. Though, now that I think about it, that doesn't sound half bad. I would have to suffer through Miss Azumi's, lectures if you did that.
You would have to suffer through our lectures anyway if you came to school on time and you remember to do your homework. I'm not going to become an arsonist for your sake, not even to protect my honor, for some lines I'm not about to cross.
I figure. That's why I said it. I wasn't gonna ask you to do that, genius. Keep your panties on.
I'm not wearing any panties.
Sorry, I just assumed. I was sure if you decide to go, all in on your kicking maid get up. But don't worry, I'm not after everything illegal, so you can call me. All I want for you is a breakup with Chinami.
Huh?
Sora looks at me blankly, frowns, and says,
By Chinmi, are you referring to Miss Ogura?
Yeah. Duh?
You and Chinmi are both on the student council. You're always spending time together. Why are you acting like she's a stranger? Forgive me. I'm not close enough to Miss Ogura to use her given name like that. Not so brazenly. It would feel boorish.
What? But I thought you were a couple.
Well, yes. I can see that. I don't suppose you asked because if you weren't labored under this apprehension. But it is, I must stress, incorrect. I can't break up with Miss Ogura. We are not, and never been, in a relationship. Now.
Sora takes a few steps away from me, swinging out his skirt as he does, and says primly,
Is that all you wanted from me?
But...
I'm sure Sugawara had a thing with Shinami. They're always spending time together in the student council room.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I've ever seen them together outside of, the student council room. Maybe Chinami really isn't Jane Sugawara after all. I have to make sure Sugawara isn't bullshitting me to see his own stinking skin. Hey, Sugawara, you're not lying to me, are you?
Why would I? It doesn't make logical sense. You put me in a difficult position, so naturally, I would want to appease you. That I'm being so receptive but a relatively benign request to be proof enough that I don't have anything to hide.
Whatever. Use all the fancy words you like to try and confuse me.
I don't think I said anything all that complicated. But I'm not buying it.
If you want me to swallow your story, you have to give me some proof.
Proof?
Yes. Show me that you and Shinami aren't an item.
And how do you propose that I do that exactly?
Square frowns. It's a little hard to disprove the existence of something, then to prove it. Have you heard of like Hempel's Raven? I think over here it's called Occam's Razor. No, and I really won't give a damn about birds right now. Unless by birds, we're talking girls. Real sense. Now, show me your phone.
Why? What could you possibly need my phone for?
Check there are any, like, I don't know, lovey-dovey texts on there between you and Shinmi. Of course.
I think you're being unduly paranoid. I know you don't like me. I'm not a liar. I have some sense of honor. There's more to be said of you.
Yeah, rub it in.
But, alright. Since I'm placing my phone in here, take it. I don't have anything to hide.
Zora takes his phone out of his pocket as he talks. It's quite a clean model, sleek and black. I decide more pristine than my own and unlocks it. Then he hands it over to me. I snatch it from him without thanking him. It feels strange breaking out of P's and Q's since I am, in essence, blackmailing him. I scroll through his contact list. Jimmy's gotta be listed on here somewhere. I mean, they're part of the student council. I scroll for a little while. Zora doesn't despise popular among the general student body. Have them in contacts in here and come across her. Aha! Chinami's number is saved to Sugawara's phone, alright. But it doesn't say under Chinami's given name. It said, under her family name, Miss Ogura. That would seem to corroborate Sugawara's story, but let's take a look through his texts. I scroll through his inbox next, but there's not much of note there. The person he texts the most is Yami, his older cousin. There's also a few messages from his parents, but I don't skim through those. I know this might sound hypocritical, but since I look into Sugawara's phone and all, I don't want to pry into his private affairs too much. It takes a little scrolling, but I do eventually find a text to Chibi. But it doesn't tell me very much though. The message is almost 3 weeks old. Their conversation is really dry and boring. It's all about couple applications. There's nothing here that suggests they're engaged in a secret, steamy romance. How boring. So, you're unhappy that they don't have a thing, and you're paranoid that they were a thing. Alright, fine. I hand Sugawara's phone back to him, feeling a little more than a little deflated. I guess you were telling the truth after all.
I told you so. Didn't I say that I'm not a liar? This might be a foreign concept to you, but some of us have standards.
Whatever. Doesn't look like your so-called standards are doing all that much for your social life. You have like barely any contacts. Your cousin's pretty much the only person who messages you. What's up with that?
There's nothing up with that. I simply do not enjoy small talk. There are some other things I could be doing with my time.
Like dressing up in a maid outfit, you mean?
Please. You already tried to use that against me. It needs a new material. Aren't you tired of harping on this?
I'll harp on as much as I want, damn well please. You're just gonna be knocked down a peg or two.
For what? For not being in a relationship with Miss Ogura, like you assumed. Speaking of which, why do you consider my relationship with Miss Ogura?
Well, a glass away from Sugawara. More than a little bashed. Now how am I gonna play this one off? I've been keeping my crush on Chibi on the down for a while now. It's not something I've been trying to hide exactly. It's not like I've been shouting my feelings from her from the rooftops. Nobody at school knows how much I like her. Nobody except me and Sugawara, I guess. Great. Now I'm the one that keeps. I'm being interrogated. I don't want to fess up too much of embarrassing BS to Sugawara. Not about my crush on Chibi. But Actually, now that I think about it, this might not be that awful after all. Still the one holding the cards here. I played smart. I should use this to my advantage. I think you know why I'm asking. It should be obvious, especially for you. I thought you were supposed to be smart. But if you still haven't figured it out, I'll make it easier to understand. I like Chibi a lot. I liked her for a long time, ever since we were little kids. I already confessed my feelings to her, but she rejected me. I fear she must have been in a relationship with someone else. I thought maybe she was dating you. But it looks like I was wrong. And if you like her, she doesn't like you. I can't imagine there's much I could do about that. Then your imagining can't be very good. I still like Chibi. You know she doesn't like me. Not that. Not like that. I'm not going to give her up on her. I still want to make her my girlfriend. That's where I need your help.
Right. I see. I was afraid you might see something like that. But, fine. How exactly do you think I can help? I thought we had established that I'm not particularly close with Miss Gra. I cannot see any reason why she would listen to me. Not when it comes to her love life. It would seem presumptuous, in any case, to try to interfere with something so personal.
Oh, blah 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 blah. I thought you said you'd do anything to help me. What happened to that?
I said I would do anything within reason. I'm not sure where this falls within that category.
Please, I'm not asking you to drug and kidnap her. For goodness sake. I just want you to put in a good word for me. Maybe try talking around. You spend more time with her than I do nowadays. You're both on the student council. You have plenty of chance to talk to her. You'll be able to make her change her mind too. Isn't like your job at the student council president. You'll be able to do stuff they don't want to do. That sounds slimy. That sounds really slimy. You just won't, respect Chibi's feelings. You just gotta try to find a way to, push the issue. Your issue. Your eyes told me to tuck my shirt in and get to school on time.
I am indeed, with little success. I don't think it ever paid once attention to anything I have to say.
Sarah sighs warily. In this way, that makes him look an awful lot older than he actually is.
I might be the student council president, but there's a limit to my power. I can't force anyone to do anything. I definitely can't force Miss Ogra to date you. If you like her as much as you say, shouldn't you respect her feelings and leave her alone?
Yeah, if I was a betting Finch.
Hell no!
It's not because I care about her that I'm not gonna give up on her. I'm not some
awful predict who respects other people's boundaries.
No, I'm not some pussy. That's what I was gonna say.
I should have known. You know, if you talk like that around Miss Ugra, I'm not surprised she doesn't reciprocate your feelings.
What's that supposed to mean? Huh?
I just think you could stand to be a bit more sensitive. A lot of women don't like it when men curse. Especially when they use crude words like that. It's uncouth.
Well, of course I don't swear out Chibi. Not that much, at least.
So, you talk like that to her a little bit.
Within reason. We've known one another since we were kids. Like I said, we're like this close. I crossed my fears to demonstrate. Or at least you were. Not been hanging out that much lately. It's not like we had a huge bust up or anything. It's just things happen, you know? We've all been busy. I don't have to pretend around Chibi, though. She knows what I'm like. She accepted for it. I mean, shit, I used to protect her from bullies back in kindergarten. When we, used to play in the sandpit. She's not about up and abandon me because of my potty mouth.
Well, if you say so.
I know so. That's what friends are like, Sugawara. Maybe you don't have a clue because you don't have any. But Chibi and me, we're close.
But you aren't close enough. Not the way you would like, at least.
Well, yeah. That's a problem. That's the whole problem. Now, are you help me to hook up with Chibi or not? No, you gotta word it differently. You gotta say, you will try to help me, not you will help me get hook up with Chibi. Because you make it sound like if you don't hook up with Chibi, not Chibi, Chinami, then the deal is off. Help us get together then. Let's say 2 weeks before the end of the semester. Wow, he's making that condition. So yeah, if I don't get together with Chibi in say 2 weeks, I'm gonna spill the beans. If you can't though, then I hold my phone back up for Sugawara's appraisal, pulling up the photo I took of him in his maid's outfit get up as I do. This will make its way around the skull quicker than the flu. Don't let that happen to you. Just think about your reputation. You know, if I was Sugawara, I would pull Chibi aside in private. I would tell her, yeah, you know your so-called friend, your decent friend, he's blackmailing me. You know what? If you could do me a solid, just date him for a bit, but then break up with him. That way, the condition is met, and he has no choice but to delete the photo. Screw his feelings. He seems sensitive. It's freaking cruel to do that, especially try to ruin someone's life. Sorry being serious, but yeah, he could tone it down a bit with his rudeness. You might have a girlfriend now, but it'll be exponentially harder. That's what I picked up in math class recently. I'm not just a pretty face. Plan a date with anyway thinking you're some weirdo. What do you say?
I believe I made my position on this matter plainly already. I don't think it's ever possible for someone to fall in love with you. And if it were, I don't think it would be ethical. The surest way to make Miss Ogura like you, to change your attitude, which is piss poor. By the way.
Damn, Zura sure has his claws out today.
But you haven't given me much of a choice. I'll play along with your silly seduction game, if you want. I can't promise you have much success, not if you don't try to mend your ways. I'm afraid this won't end well.
Well, that'll suck for you, won't it? If you care about your reputation, which I know you do your best work to bath this next 2 weeks. I'm not about to show you any mercy if you can't make this happen.
Believe me, I'm well aware. You made that more than apparent. Do you know what? Fujibayashi?
What?
I can see why Miss Ogura doesn't like you. I don't like you very much either.
Oh, tell me something I don't know. I thought I already said that I didn't give a shit about what you thought. It's not like I want to date you. I'm not into guys. Not even guys who look like girls. You make for a pretty convincing maid, but you can't match your shitty personality. It stinks.
My. How funny.
What's that in chat? Let me see. That's weird. I thought I saw something in chat. Something about someone joining. Must have been my imagination.
I can see the same thing about you.
Well, at least we're in agreement there.
Yes, I suppose so. Maybe you should cherish this moment. I can't imagine we'll ever agree on anything else.
How to melt Maiden's heart. If Sugawara has feelings for Reo, I don't see what he saw in him all these years. Well, I guess we'll find out. Her heart's so gorgeous. Man, this is hard to believe this ever happening. Because he's such an asshole. But then again, he has a heart of gold. Very deep, deep, deep in that black soul of his. Ooh, I can't wait to get to that scene. That's a complete power move there. Alright. I'm gonna call this is part 1 of How to Melt a Maiden's Heart. Let me save it. Something like consent. Interesting choice of words. Let's see, right now it's like 8 over here. Maybe I could do like a Left 4 Dead 2. Ooh, got a message from update from my model. At least a character sheet. Heard a ping earlier. But yeah, I'll see if I want to do maybe like a last minute like Left 4 Dead 2 stream. But yeah, I guess I'll call it for for this is gonna be part 1 of this fiction novel. You know, follow this. It looks cool. Let's have a lot of work to do at the peak to help people have a good stream. Oh, hi Neil Fava. It's good to see you. Thanks for dropping in. But yeah, alright, I'm gonna call it because how have I streamed this? About 3 hours already. Good solid 3 hours. Yeah, I'm really fascinated to see how, Reo and Sugawara, how they end up together. Because, yeah, there's a lot of work to do. He's such an asshole. But yeah, as for Peak. Yeah, I've been meaning to do Peak today, but like no one was available. So I just gotta wait for other opportunities for someone to play with me on Peak. I really want to reach the top. I really want to get to rescue. So yeah, I'll let you chirps know in both the Discord and the channel. Well, I mean, if nothing pops up on the channel in post, then that probably means, yeah, tuning in, going to sleep. But if I do Left 4 Dead 2 or something, then yeah, I'll give you a heads up. Anyway, this is Vtuber Nivni Adair, signing out. Take care, stay safe, stay chirpy, and stay nifty. I hope to see all of you again. I might see you for Left 4 Dead 2 later, maybe shortly. If not, then I'll see you whenever you get the next opportunity, because life gets busy. I'll miss you. Love you. I appreciate your time and company. Bye, everyone. Bye. There you fella. You're bravo. You're dead man. It's nice meeting you. Sovetikus. Hope you enjoy this, Amadeus. Especially the Yaoi. It was nice meeting you two wonton cakes. Good night, Kenny. For your guidance. Pleasure meeting you, Verona. Hopefully you stay cool. Or, yeah, don't get too stuffy in the room. Later, Victor. Later, White Wolf. Later, Brad. Later, Ghost Wolf. Bye.